Shalom.
Shalom.
Welcome back to Stream of Wisdom, Norfolk, Virginia. Live on Facebook. Listen, we got a lengthy class today. So we're going to go straight into it. We are in that feast day season. Barak Howard Hashem Shai for opening the eyes of the 12 tribes. On the board. While the world is again in their, 'tis the season, of lies, and 'tis the season of, false and fake joy. We are in our season, as Hebrew Israelites, understanding that the Most High has given us feast days. He's given us days to congregate, to gather, to commemorate, that have meaning behind it. Not made up stories, not fictitious lies. We are getting ready for the gathering, the Feast of Dedication, also known as Chaanakah. In the English, that would be Hanukkah, right? Also known as what? You just said that. Also known as what? Just say it. Feast of Lights. Feast of Lights. Feast of Lights, right? Not Christmas lights, not no magic. We're going to get into it. So you title this class, Feast of Dedication, not Jewish Christmas. Feast of Dedication, not Jewish Christmas. Why do we have to say that? Well, when you look at the way the so-called Jew, many of the so-called Jews, even just the mind of Americans, when they think about Hanukkah, what are they thinking about? Make sure your phones is on mute, please. They think of it as an alternative to Christmas. They think that it's a substitute for Christmas. And you have to bring this out because our people who are still waking up to what it is to be an Israelite will look at the nations as examples. So you have our people who will be like, okay, well, we don't celebrate Christmas because it's a pagan day. We celebrate Hanukkah, but then what are you doing? 8 days of Hanukkah? 8 days of gift giving? Was that the origin of Hanukkah? Does that have anything to do with the Feast of Dedication? And we have to know these things. Again, this is your culture now. You knew why you celebrated Christmas. You knew why you lit the grill on 4th of July and lit the fireworks. You knew those things. Now, as a Hebrew Israelite, we should know, we must know what it is, our culture, our heritage that the Most High gave us pertains to. So, Feast of Dedication, not Jewish Christmas, and we're going to get right into it. First point, the blasphemy of the devil. The blasphemy of the devil. Somebody get Revelations 2:9. Because, like the title, Hanukkah was never about an alternative to Christmas, right? What are some of the things that you see the so-called Jew do for Hanukkah? Has anybody been around them? Has anybody paid attention to TV? Huh? Go ahead.
They got this tradition where they have this oil that burns for like 7 days, something like that.
Yeah, that's part of the story of why they do it, which you're going to get into. But anybody ever seen some of their customs and practice? Go ahead.
I haven't seen their customs, but working in customer service, I talked to a bunch of Jewish people.
Yeah.
And they definitely still celebrate Christmas, like full Christmas. Like, I guess the way that they word it, they don't even know why they celebrate the Feast of Dedication. They just, like I said, replace it with Christmas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that you said that. They don't even know why. You know why? As you're going to see in this class, why don't our Christian brothers and sisters celebrate the Feast of Dedication? Because they took out the Apocrypha. Okay. Without the Apocrypha, you're not going to know what Hanukkah is. You're going to follow some lie, some blasphemy about oil that burned for 8 days. Which is why one of the things that they do, they eat fried foods. They do like fried donuts, fried foods. That's one of their customs. Let's go into the scriptures and see if that was something that we were doing to commemorate this not a high holy day, because you won't find it in Leviticus 23. You will find it in the Bible, though, right? Go to Revelations 2:9.
Revelations chapter 2 and verse 9.
Is everybody there?
God.
Go ahead.
I know thy works, and tribulation, and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews.
Right. We go to this scripture all the time. One of our hitters, our shooters, to really open the eyes of our people, to spotlight that these people who've been living this lie since what, 1946, right? Calling themselves God's chosen people, right? Dwelling in our land, or part of our land, getting the support of the whole world. Those are not God's chosen people. What we got on blasphemy? I need the definitions and everything real quick today. We got a lot of reading. What do we got on blasphemy? Read it again for the top.
I know thy works, and tribulation, and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews, and are not, but of the synagogue of Satan.
The house of Satan, the evil deceiver. What do we got on blasphemy?
I got blaspheme, Noah Webster, 1828.
Okay.
Definition 2, it says to speak evil of.
To do what?
To speak evil of.
Okay.
To utter abuse or calamity against. To speak reproachfully of. It says to.
Anybody else?
Okay.
Blasphemy.
Treating God, His name, or sacred things with open disrespect or mocking contempt.
Oh yeah, I like that one. Because the disrespect and the mocking comes with you saying that you're His chosen people. You don't match the curses. You don't match the spirit of those people, right? They just had an interview I seen the other day talking to the owner of Pornhub. Now everybody heard of Pornhub. Whether you deal with that demon or not, it's become part of pop culture. I've seen people walk around with the Pornhub t-shirts. I'm like, what the heck? Like, this place is filthy. But do y'all know who owns Pornhub? That's a rabbi, not just Amalek, not just a so-called Jew, but he's a rabbi. And his words literally was, he wants to make porn something to where it's not looked at like negatively. You're supposed to be a rabbi, a priest. All the scriptures that go into the unlawful sex that you can find on these filthy sites, and you're saying that you are a representation of the Most High? See, this is the blasphemy that Yahushua warned us about. And we see their whole lives as contrary to the Bible. Right? While we understand that we have to understand the old and the new. You can't leave anything out. What do they just deal with? They deal with the old. They deal with the Torah. So you have some sects that don't deal with the prophets. You have some sects, well, many, all of them deal with the Talmud, the Jewish fables, or the other things that are contrary to what the Bible says. So Yahushua is telling us that this. What you had again on that definition?
It says treating God, His name, or sacred things with open disrespect.
The disrespect that we should feel. How many people feel disrespected when you learned that you was a real Jew? How many people feel disrespected when you see a Syrian, the modern Hebrew in your face, and you have no idea what that's saying? You should. That's your language. That's the Lashawan Kodash, the holy tongue. They could be like, black people are dumb, and it's right in your face. You can't even say nothing. Hispanics are immigrants. They put it right in your face. You can't even say that. Now we know we're not black, we're not Hispanic, but we are the people that they're claiming to be. You see that? And that's a blatant disrespect for them to have our culture, our customs, and then as we get into what Hanukkah really is, how they lie on that and don't acknowledge the validity, the truth of what this custom is, this feast day is. What you got?
Just real quick, just a few things, not to take it too far off, but just what they approve of in the Talmud. It says Judaism from the Talmud, it says approves of sodomy.
Yeah.
Right?
So that's anyone oral sex.
Right. It says approves of child sacrifice to idols. Cursing parents allowed. It says allows enchanting, right? Bestiality condoned.
Yeah.
Harlotry harlot, being a harlot hire is permitted.
Meaning you can get a prostitute. So prostitution is legal. And this is probably why they try to validate that you could be a rabbi and buy a porn site.
Right.
That's ridiculous. And we know how many of our people struggle with that demon. The world struggles with that demon. You don't even know how to think of sex in a clean way that the Father intended without thinking about some crazy little 70s weird music because of the filth in this world.
Right. And
Right.
one more. It says this is on the in the scripture. It says blasphemy aloud.
Yeah.
One can revile the divine name if mentally applying it to some other object.
Yeah.
That's in the Torah.
Yeah, the Talmud is garbage. The Talmud, the Quran is garbage. It's not even worth using it to blow your nose. Right? Go to Revelation.
I was just gonna say
go ahead.
I was gonna say, so AOK is everything against the Bible, basically.
Right. Open if the Bible is against bestiality, you saying it's okay. The Bible is against sodomy, you saying it's okay. These people, they're not the chosen people. Right? Go to Revelation 11 and 8. So we want to start here, the blasphemy of the devil, the first point in our class. Getting into the Feast of Dedication, right? Understanding that it's not the alternative to Christmas, right? You don't now just substitute the Christmas tree for a menorah, right? Read.
Revelation chapter 11, verse 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city.
And we just went over this breakdown, Revelations 11, so it still should be fresh in our mind that their dead bodies, what is it talking about? Our people were spiritually dead. Why? Because we don't know who we are. Right. The scripture said, my people are what? Destroyed for lack of knowledge. So you know that you're grown now. You know Christmas is a lie. Right? You woke now. You know that's a pagan day. Right? And you know that the real Jews are black. I mean, there's not too many people that's going to argue with you on that nowadays. That's pretty simple. Like they might try to teach you with, oh, they were Mediterranean. Jesus Christ had olive skin. Well, there's black olives. You ever thought about that? But what they won't acknowledge is how dead we are, because we don't even know how to explain our own existence, our own history. Why? Because they took our historical records and made it into a religion. So now you're either still under the delusion of it's a white man's book written by a white man, or it's a hallelujah, praise the Lord. It is a hallelujah, praise the Lord. But what Lord? The power of Israel, the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Right? So when we get this truth, we come up from that lower state. Remember Ezekiel 37? Can these dry bones live? Yeah, these dry bones was us not knowing what to do. Because how many of our people know the truth of Christmas and are still going to be out there fighting for gifts, going broke for gifts, being unhappy they didn't get a gift, being unhappy that they're not with their family. And I use that, let me take that word back. I know I don't use that word. They're relatives. But that's what it said. Christ said, who is my mother? Who is my brother? He understood who was family. Family was based off those that are doing the will of the Father. Not just some kinfolk. Right? Read on.
Which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt.
Right. This great city, which we know, we broke this down already. America, Babylon the Great, which is what?
Sodom and Egypt.
Right. It's all about fornication of the flesh. It's all about the lust of the flesh. It's all about this profane and lascivious concupiscence, right? And what? And bondage. Our people are going to be in bondage of the spirit. 'Tis the season, mean not time to be a slave. You got how many weeks to get them gifts? You got how many weeks to get your money up? Did you got a list of everybody you got to buy? You better not leave somebody out. Because you're a horrible family member. Yeah. You're a horrible father. Yeah. Right? You only got the Xbox, you only get the Jordans, and you're a failure, Dad. That's how they make you look. Yeah. Why? Because it's spiritually Egypt, bondage. They don't put the shackles on. They put physical shackles. They put emotional, mental, and financial shackles. Go ahead.
Where also our Lord was crucified.
Right, murdered, killed. Just like everything that's in the Bible, this place will destroy the truth. To have our people confused, not knowing what should we do. I know I'm a Jew, but what does that mean? What am I supposed to do on Hanukkah? Right? Are we supposed to get gifts and wrap it in Star of David paper? And like, what are we supposed to do? Are we supposed to see one of the other things that I can't believe y'all didn't know the country. Y'all didn't watch South Park? But they used to have a song about the dreidel. Like that's how I learned what a dreidel was. I mean, dreidel. You gotta Google a dreidel. It's that little spinning top, right? That's what they bring that out every Hanukkah. right? And they try to say that that has historical reference with the Feast of Dedication. But we're going to go into it and expose that lie too, right? Just like they crucified our Lord here, right? Calling him Caesar Borgia, saying he came for everybody. That was always last week. That was last week, dog. You got that out. We know that, right? But number, what was your house Shai doing during this time of the year? Matter of fact, hold that. We didn't have this one. Go to was it John 10? John 10, and was it 20?
23.
23?
22
Yeah.
actually.
John chapter 10, verse 22. I remember reading this, being given this scripture when I first came into the truth. It was like, wow, really? My pastor never told me this. Read where you at.
John chapter 10 and verse 22. And it was at Jerusalem, the feast of the dedication, and it was winter.
What season was it in?
And it was winter.
Very important. Very important as we go into this origin to see if what we celebrate matches up with the historical records. They didn't make up a date like, oh, we're about to celebrate the birth of Christ. December 25th, right? According to what biblical records? According to what truth? We see that it was the winter time, and it was the Feast of Dedication. And what happened?
And Jesus walked in the temple.
Who was there?
And Jesus walked in the temple.
Why was he in the temple? It's time to congregate. This is the custom of the Israelites. We're gathering together. Gather yourselves together, O nation not desired. Yahushua knew that. He didn't come to change that. He didn't say, you know what? Yeah, I know the story of Chaanakah, but we're going to change that to Saint Nick. We're gonna change that to worshiping the tree that Jeremiah the prophet said don't do.
My birthday.
You see that? My birthday. What are y'all getting me? Right? We don't see that. That's the blasphemy of the devil. This is the things that the Christian church, so-called followers of Christ, why aren't you inquiring about the Feast of Dedication? Right. You should be at least asking questions, right? Go to 2nd Ezra 6 and 18. So this great city that is all about what? Destroying the spirit, destroying the truth, pushing out lies to keep our people in mental, spiritual, financial, physical if they can, because that's the prison population, right? They have our people incarcerated, working for pennies, because it's all about bondage, right? Where you at?
2nd Ezra chapter 6 and verse 18.
Everybody there? We're going to be moving. I'm going to be moving in the pace. If I'm going too fast, just raise your hand. I can repeat it, but we have a lot to get out. Go ahead.
And it said, behold, the days come that I will begin to draw nigh.
Right, talking about what? The end of times. Go ahead.
And to visit them that dwell upon the earth, and will begin to make inquisition of them.
Go to verse 27.
Verse 27. For evil shall be put out.
Evil shall be what?
Be put out.
Right, that's what's happening right now.
Right.
Evil, the lies, the blasphemy, we stomping that out. That's the whole point of this class. That's the whole point of all of our classes. Why do you think when we go out, we do what Ezekiel said. We got that chart to put the lies out for our brothers and sisters that's scattered here in captivity in the Western Hemisphere. No, you're not a Venezuelan. No, you're not a North American Indian. No, you're not a Caribbean, West Indian, Puerto Rican. You are a descendant of the 12 tribes of Israel. We're putting out the lies. Read.
And deceit shall be quenched.
And what?
Deceit shall be quenched.
What does deceit mean? Huh? Just say it. We gotta move. Go ahead, sis. Lies. What does the word devil mean? Evil deceiver. Who's stomping out that when some of us still can't get the picture of white Jesus out of our mind. Some of us can't get the picture of the red devil with the tail and the horns and the pitchfork out of our mind. But who is the one that's speaking up against the lies? It's the truth. It's the Israelites. Right? Read.
Come, verse 28. As for faith, it shall flourish.
It shall what?
It shall flourish.
Now people can believe in the Bible. What's the beautiful thing about this time that we're in? We're watching one of the Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans' biggest enemies, the Christian church, becoming a place of wilderness. It's becoming a desert. When I'm talking about a desert, you cannot get anything there. There still might be people going there, but it's to follow. Y'all see what's going on, the shenanigans in these mega churches? Right? You got pastors spitting in people's faces and rubbing it in. What edification is that?
Right.
Go ahead, Jason.
You got one church where it's a pastor who married to a little baby.
Yeah, down in the land. Did y'all see the one that hit my timeline today? The Edomite said she surprised her congregation how she's doing the transgender process right now. She's transforming from a woman to a man. Like, it's like the Christian church right now is no different than the Jerry Springer show back in the early 2000s. Okay. What shenanigans is going to happen today?
Right.
How far are they going to go today? That is not a place where the Most High dwells. That is not a place where there's learning. You're going to get no kind of edification or counsel or wisdom in those places. Why? Read that again.
As for faith, it shall flourish.
Because with the faith that comes with the works is what? The elders that the Most High put the Spirit on in the 70s to search these scriptures, to get into these historical books, to tie us into God's chosen people. Who doesn't know that now? Who doesn't know that those people, I mean, you got the celebrities saying, Kanye, yeah, the Jews are not the real Jews, and they control the whole world. And we know that. The Bible been said that. The earth was given to who? The hand of the wicked. All the wines, Rothbergs and Silversteins and Epsteins and all these Bilderbergs. These are the so-called Jews. The same one that's going to have you spinning a dreidel. Right? What else they doing? What else they got on?
I was looking up the dreidel. They claim that it actually symbolizes the story of the Maccabees.
Come on.
But the dreidel actually comes from a European spinning top game played long before Chaanakah.
Wow.
It says when Jewish communities lived in Europe during the Middle Ages, they adopted the game and adopted the letters to Hebrew. Originally, these letters did not come from the Hanukkah story.
Right, so they just added this stuff. But what does Revelation 22 tell us? You're not supposed to add or take away from the scriptures, right? But these guys, they don't care. They're the devil. Right? What else you have?
It says they were matched later to give the game a religious meaning. There is no evidence it actually happened. It became part of Jewish teaching as a symbolic story, not a historical record.
Right, that's the ish part. Yeah.
What page is that up?
That was I think you got that from the internet. Yeah, we gotta get the sources next time. It's a lot. But read that again. Verse 28.
Verse 28. As for faith, it shall flourish. Corruption shall be overcome.
What?
Corruption shall be overcome.
Yeah, we are identifying the injustice, the horrible practices of these people. They're the slumlords in a lot of these major cities. But they're supposed to be righteous. They're supposed to be the example of wisdom. No. So then we definitely can't look at them to tell us the truth when it comes to anything pertaining to the Bible.
Right. Real quick, it's literally on Google when you type in dreidel origin.
Oh, okay.
It'll tell you.
Yeah, if you never seen what a dreidel is, you'll see them. They use that as a decoration too. They have a banner with dreidels and stuff. And you're like, what is that? What is that about? What are you doing with that? What they're doing is programming the lies into their next generation while you're still calling yourself a Gentile, and they're making up stories. Yeah, because you're from the tribe of Yehuda. Like, what? Come on, man. Read on.
God. And the truth, which hath been so long without fruit.
And the what?
And the truth, which hath been so long without fruit.
John 8:32, right? John 4 and what? 23. Right? The hour cometh when the true worshipers shall worship the Most High in spirit and in truth.
God.
These are the fundamental scriptures that open our eyes to see, like, yeah, we need to examine everything that the world partakes in.
God.
Right? Go ahead.
Shall be declared.
And there's no turning back. Once that fountain is open, once this flood is open, they can't stop it. So how do they try to stop it now? They're gonna probably this is gonna get what do they call it? Shadow ban. Right? This is gonna get shadow ban. We gotta be careful of our vernacular because they're gonna be like, oh, this is anti-Semitic. They solely own the term Shemitic now. That's not biblically true. So look at all the lies that they flood us with. We have to shut that down. And we have. It said the truth shall be declared. Go back to Revelations. Go to Revelations 12. Revelations 12 and 15. Revelation 12, 15, yep.
Revelation chapter 12, verse 15. And the serpent cast out of his mouth water as a flood.
And we've been in the Revelations, y'all. If you haven't, we are in the process of uploading those videos. I think this was the last one we did, right? Revelation 12. Or we did. Yeah, it took us like 3 weeks, right? Because there was a lot to unpack. But what did we get out of Revelation 12? That old serpent, that red dragon is who?
Esau.
Is Esau, the father of lies, right? AKA the so-called white man, because they're not white. You know, I heard the brother say, what is that? Is that the cornea? What's the white part called? The cornea of your eye. Coachella. That's white. Their skin is not that color. Yeah, they're red. Right? But they'll do anything, like we went into the book, who is Esau, who is Edom. If they knew, if the world knew that you were the villain, that God hated you, you do everything to cover that up. So you'll take on somebody else's culture and you'll lie about it, and they'll do it right in our face, and we don't even consider it. What does it say in Isaiah 1 and 3? An ox stole his home, and ass his master's crib. My people don't consider. When you go through, you see these people get ready for Hanukkah, you should be like, you should just feel disgusted. They're lying in your face. They're bold enough to lie in our face. Go to, so the first point was what? The blasphemy of the devil. Hanukkah is not the Jewish Christmas. All right? What we're going to do is we're going to go through the history of this thing. Because one thing about the Bible, you will be able to go take a college course, and they respect it. Oh, people are like, how do you know Jesus Christ is real? What year are we in? We're in 2025, what? AD. Now, I know they switched it up and put some Latin spin on it, but it all has reference, the origin of it had reference to Christ's birth and Christ's death. That's how the timeline of the whole world has been established. Over this one so-called false man you're believing. Right. Before Christ, after his death. I know you want to spin it to some Latin words now, but that was the original understanding of BC AD. The world knows that Christ lived, and the world knows that he's black. That's what's being declared, right? Go to Revelation 12, verse 15.
And the serpent cast out of his mouth water as a flood after the woman.
Right, we broke that down. The water was what? Wisdom. He cast out all of his wisdom, his lies, to the woman, which is who? Israel. Right. To where, like, you're not even caring. You miss Christmas still. A lot of people say, yeah, you know what? I know that the 77 million Indians got murdered, but, you know, I'm not going to Thanksgiving. I'm going to Friendsgiving. Yeah. You know what? Nah, I'm not going to show up on Thursday, but they got leftovers on Friday. Why? Because you can't separate from that tradition, from that custom, from who the devil told you you were, and how to live. You're like, really? Is it fun? How do kids have fun without Christmas? Watch it. Y'all come around us and see how these children are excited to celebrate 8 days. 8 days, and you get to show them in the Bible. This has everything to do with your nationality, your customs, your culture, your people, and how God loved them. Read on.
That he might cause her to be carried away of the flood.
Yeah, because we got carried away in it. A lot of our people still stuck in the lies. You got Christmas trees in the pulpit, in the church. You got a Christmas tree and American flag. And now you got the dreadlock Jesus. You got dreadlock Jesus, American flag, and a Christmas tree. What are we getting out of that? Nothing but confusion. Read.
Verse 16. And the earth helped the woman.
How did the earth help the woman? Was the history. We were able to, Google was able to shut down. The dreidels have no historical connection to Hanukkah. We're going over Hanukkah for the sisters that just came in. The Feast of Dedication, not Jewish Christmas. Right. So while they're getting ready to make these little dreidels and all the other lies that they got associated with Hanukkah, telling you that it has nothing to do with you and it's their people, the earth is shutting that down. When they're following all these images, the Russian icon book coming out, right? That elders had, we had to sit here. Elders had it since the 60s, and now Putin is opened up and showing people what the world already knew, what Israelites already knew. That the images were people of melanated complexion, right? Go ahead, sis. Right now we're in Revelation 12, we read 15, we're in verse 16. Revelation chapter 12, verse 15, verse 16. Go ahead.
And the earth opened her mouth.
Yeah, go ahead, Ash.
Just something real quick, not to throw it off topic, but you notice how Putin revealed the images of, the biblical figures, and you notice that he hasn't done anything to show recompense or what we call reparations for the people that they resemble.
Right.
Yeah.
That's true.
Oh, yeah.
That's what the scripture tells us in Ezekiel. If the wicked restore the pledge and give back what he was stolen. So what you open the book? So what you show the world? That didn't even do that to the world. They still treating us like we niggas and spicks and wetbacks. What he should have did is said that, America's holding the descendants of this man Christ. His people that he came for, that he died for, and he's coming back. Then he would have said something.
Oh, they would have killed him.
Oh yeah, well that's why his judgment is going to be just, because he didn't give back what was stolen. What else y'all got in there over in the Kremlin? Huh? You know what they got in the Vatican? What they got in the Kremlin? Because our people were in Russia too, right? Because we had to flee to all areas of the earth. That's what the scriptures say, right? Go to the second point, the Hellenization period. Very important. It's very important. If you're here to be a scholar, you must be able to define, understand, and explain what Hellenization is and how it affected the Jews directly. Directly, yes. Hellenization, absolutely. It's spelled Hellenization. Once again, Hellenization. Hellenization. Does anybody know about Hellenization?
God.
Who can break it down real quick? I see brothers got these Zonda bands ready, right? Let me see what I got. What you got, I thought?
I remember reading in First Maccabees when King Antiochus, Greek ruler at the time, so Edomite, had Jews that made a covenant with him, saying, I'm butchering it, but he was like, let's follow the ways of the nation that we were dealing with at the time. And
Okay.
so let's.
You got to get sharp at your delivery.
Yes,
You got to get clear at your delivery. Who got? Okay. Go ahead, Zelda.
I was going to say, like in the story of Maccabees, First Maccabees, how they came and they pretty much just wiped out Israel and forced them to do their ways, or else they will be killed. So it's like wiping people of their identity and have them do what they believe in, or you die.
And we're going to go into the scriptures. The sister's right on point. But if you can't say that, then you won't understand what the New Testament was about. You won't understand Cornelius and Peter's issue with the Cornelius interaction. Why an angel had to come talk to him. Right? You won't understand why Paul was the apostle to the Gentiles. You're thinking he's going to what? Other people, other nations. Right? We've been going over that. It's the spirit. It's the spirit, because it is something that's plaguing the Israelite community right now. Brothers still haven't studied enough to be clear in that this book is for us. What you going to say?
And you would understand why Paul is referencing, he's not calling them Romans or whatever, he's calling them Greeks. Like, why would you call a Roman a Greek? It just wouldn't make sense.
When the Romans took
were
over.
superior, like,
Yeah.
it wouldn't make sense.
Right. The Romans took over from the Greeks.
Right.
Why he wasn't calling them Romans?
Right.
They're either Jew or Greek.
Yeah, a Jew or Roman.
Right. He didn't say no Jew or Roman. That's a good point. But if you're not in the book, if you're not studying, if you don't have comprehension, you won't pick that up.
Right.
You'll see Cornelius, Italian man,
Right.
and think he's a what?
Italian.
An Italian man.
Kind.
Now, what we got to do too is y'all get that Bible maps and chart book. Y'all got to get in this. You got to get out of the religious mind. You got to get out the religious mind and become scholars at your history. Look at Paul's journeys. It was certain places that he went to and certain places that he didn't go to. Why? When you get the historical books, you get the encyclopedias, it shows he was going to places where Jews were at, where Jewish settlements were at. And our people were there because of Hellenization. What you got on Hellen?
Hellenist.
You got Hellenist? Okay.
It's the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary.
Okay.
It says Hellenist. Jews who made Greek their tongue, and with it often adopted Greek ideas and practices.
So not only did they speak the Latin, right, speak Greek, but they now what? Instead of a tunic, you have what? A toga. Instead of the Most High, you worshiping who? Jupiter. Mars, right? These are the things that they were dealing with in the New Testament, right? But if you don't know this, and if you can't explain this, then they're going to be like, well, what are you talking about, Hanukkah? That don't have nothing to do with you. It absolutely does. This Hellenist period is very important. What else? You got something?
Yeah, I looked up Hellenistic.
Okay.
Right, it says refers to the influence of Greek culture and language on Jewish people, primarily from the time of Alexander the Great's conquest onward.
You're going to get into Alexander the Freak. You got to get into him. If we talking about Hanukkah, go ahead.
Hellenists were Greek-speaking Jews who had adopted elements of Greek civilization.
No different than us. No different than us. Because who has the American flags on their porch? The descendants of slaves. Like, I don't understand why you got an American flag. You from the South. You probably rep the South and you got an American flag. I could say you was a Yankee boy, you ain't know. But even in that, you're supposed to be woke, right? Yeah. You're supposed to understand that you came from slavery. Why would you have the banner of the enemy that oppressed your people? Go ahead, Al.
It's easy to fall into that mind of following. I'm just using the military culture for an example. Like, we come from all different backgrounds. We have traditions and customs that we hold dear to us. But if you're in this organization and all they preach or teach is, these customs, these traditions, these rules and regulations, it becomes second nature to pick up that and then forsake everything that you came in with.
Right.
So I mean, it's the same thing with we're born in this. They teach us from a young age to pledge allegiance to the flag.
Salute the flag.
Right.
Take your hat off when you come in the building.
Right. Without really no explanation on why this is doing. We just do it because I tell you to do it.
Right.
Yeah, literally. I'm about to say I work for the government.
Yeah.
We literally build make metals, weld them together for their ships. But you mean to tell me that every check that I get, right, it's below the minimum requirement of the base for rent?
Cost of living, right? It don't meet the cost of living. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. All right. So let's dive into this. So it's not about some fictitious, made up Jewish alternative for Christmas. It's about history, right? Let's get first. We're gonna need. Who's gonna read first? You gonna read? Okay. So you're gonna read. It's gonna be a lot of reading. The precepts will have brothers help out. Go to 1 Maccabees 1 and verse 1. I gotta start here. No, I'm gonna have the second one read. He's gonna do the reading. We're gonna quote the precepts, and you want to stay sharp. All right. We need this to come out smooth. All right. Go ahead.
1 Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 1.
Everybody there? Make sure you take your notes.
What's the verse?
1 Maccabees, no, you're good. 1 Maccabees 1 and 1. And if I move it too fast, again, I want to get this out. Do not want to make part 2, part 3. But let me know I'm moving too fast. If you got the red book, it's page 114 in the red book. 113. Yeah, verse 1.
And it happened after that Alexander, son of Philip, the Macedonian, who came out of the land of Chittim, and had smitten Darius, king of the Persians and Medes.
Again, these are all references to real live people. Everybody in the Bible was a real live person. You heard of Alexander the Great. If you didn't pay attention in history, ancient history, Greek history, or Eastern civilization, you would have heard about Darius, right? King of the Persians and Medes, right? Go ahead.
That he reigned in his stead, the first over Greece, and made many wars, and won many strongholds, and slew the kings of the earth.
That's where he gets this title, Alexander the Great, from, right? But you're not talking about this in church. It's not relevant to you. You know why it's not relevant? Because you're not the people that was affected by Alexander the Great. You don't even have no connection. Your pastor don't make you go here and consider the effect Alexander the Great had on our people. Hellenization, the Hellenist period. Go ahead.
That's also one of the reasons why we don't consider these things, because if it's not immediately affecting my circle, I don't care about it.
Right. If it's not something that was part of your traditions, right? This has nothing to do with the because after the laws of Christmas, what other tradition our people about to do? You gotta have the collard greens, because the greens is the money. The black eyed peas. I forgot what that meant. Right? Huh?
I think it's good luck.
Good luck, right? And the chitlins. Nobody knows what that means. You gotta drink apple cider. Really? I didn't know that one. You gotta have a man come through your house first. One of my neighbors would call me, hey, can you come over here? Wow.
Yeah, money in spot too late.
Yeah, like all this superstition, like what? This has nothing to do with us. Go ahead.
And went through to the ends of the earth, and took spoils of many nations, insomuch that the earth was quiet before him.
Wow.
Whereupon he was exalted, and his heart was lifted up.
His what?
His heart was lifted up.
Yeah, the pride of these people. Now we know he said he was a Macedonian, and he came from Greece. This was a Edomite. Right? Go ahead.
And he gathered a mighty strong host.
And the beautiful thing about that is you can go back, do Google, do your smartphone, and they'll give you images of Alexander the Great. He's not gigantic. He looks no different than your typical God bless American Edomite that's walking the earth today. Why? Because they're the same people. So while they try to hide out of the voice, say, oh yeah, the Edomites, they mingled in with the people, they're no more people. No. Alexander the Great was an Edomite, looks just like Donald Trump, just like Joe Biden, just like all of the descendants of the Edomites today. Y'all see that? Go ahead.
And he gathered a mighty strong host, and ruled
so
over.
He had a mighty strong army. Read.
And he ruled over countries and nations and kings, who became tributaries unto him.
And you're like, well, why does this matter to me? Because the Most High said you are a nation, not a religion, not a denomination. You are a nation. Right. So how did this God, this man that the world knew, that said was lifted up and was able to get all of this notoriety, how did he have an effect on your nation? Right. Well, it's written in your records. Read.
And after these things he fell sick, and perceived that he should die.
Read.
Wherefore he called his servants, such as were honorable, and had been brought up with him from his youth.
Come on.
And parted his kingdom among them, while he was yet alive.
Anybody study this in school? Anybody? No? Anybody? Did anybody get taught? Nobody got taught about Alexander the Great and his generals and okay. Yeah. Not a little bit. I know if you've been here, you got it. But did anybody get it in school? You got it? You know a little bit? Okay, I'll run and show you one.
Just that he was great. That's
it. Yeah, go ahead. Keep reading.
Verse 7. So Alexander reigned 12 years and then died. And his servants bare rule, every one in his place.
Yeah, so we know that he had many generals. Right? But the focus was always what? On the 4 main generals. What are those 4? Who are those 4? Does anybody remember? The 4 generals? Go ahead, say one.
You got Ptolemy. You got Lysimachus, Seleucus, and then there's one more. Yeah,
you got it? His name is Cassander.
Right, Cassander. So spell that out for them.
So, Lysimachus.
This is what we're going to do. This is what we do for your notes. He's going to read every one of those generals, and he's going to let you know what area they were over. Right? Because Alexander had ruled the whole known world at this time. Right. So when he died, he left he broke it up, and he put his generals to rule over those different regions. So what you can write down in your notes, Nata's going to read those generals and what area they ruled over. Go ahead.
So we got Lysimachus.
Right.
Lysimachus. Everyone got that?
Lysimachus.
And he ruled Greece and Macedonia.
Right. He ruled over Greece and Macedonia. Y'all got that?
All right. Next we got Cassander. Cassander. He ruled over Thrace, Bithynia, which is northeastern Greece, Turkey, and southern Bulgaria.
Right, and you can look this up. These are the things that when you asked to get the bathroom pass, you can go play in the hole with your friends. Because you didn't think it mattered to you. You didn't think it had any effect on you. You was falling asleep. Right? Not knowing that these people were oppressing your people. What's up?
What was the first one you mentioned?
The first name? Lysimachus.
Sorry, not the first. For Cassander.
Oh, his regions that he ruled over? Yeah.
He ruled over
Thrace
/ Bithynia. Bithynia. THRACE, which is northeastern Greece, Turkey, and southern Bulgaria.
Yeah, listen, we ain't going to do all of the work for y'all. There's a lot of dates y'all should know. Like when did the Greek Empire come into full power? Does anybody know? You write it down? See, y'all should know this. Y'all should know this. So this is what you do. Whatever you haven't got, go do your research. Right? What's up, Sarah?
36 BC.
No. 333 BC. 333 BC. So y'all got a free one. All right? Who's next?
Ptolemy.
Now these are all generals, y'all. That generals in Alexander's army. Go ahead.
Ptolemy. PTOLEMY.
What did he rule over?
And Ptolemy ruled over Egypt.
Does anybody know someone that came from out of that lineage? Somebody famous that came out of the Ptolemaic lineage? You probably thought she was black. Cleopatra. Cleopatra. Yeah. Cleopatra. Cleopatra comes from out of the Ptolemaic descendants. All right. So she wasn't black, y'all. I know you like to think so. Who else?
Last one. Seleucus.
Oh, that's the one we need to know of all of them. Ptolemy and Seleucus. Why? They had, when you go into the history, you know, they fought a lot of wars over our land and wanted to rule over our land. Seleucus, spell that for them.
Seleucus. SELEUCUS. And Seleucus ruled over Asia, including Israel, Syria, and Babylon.
Right. What's your question?
So you're saying Cleopatra was Greek?
Cleopatra was Greek. Yes, sir. Right. Go back to First Maccabees. 1-9. Huh?
Ruled over Israel,
Syria, and Babylon.
Right. Go ahead.
Verse 9. And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves.
Right. Crown signifies what? Rulership. Go ahead.
So did their sons after them many years.
Now it becomes a what? A dynasty. Right? So you'll see things like the Seleucid dynasty, the Ptolemaic dynasty, right? Go ahead.
And evils were multiplied in the earth. And there came out of them a wicked root, Antiochus, surnamed Epiphanes, son of Antiochus the king, who had been in hostage at Rome. And he reigned in the 137th year of the kingdom of the Greeks.
Right. So write that down. Antiochus Epiphanes reigned in 137 BC, before Christ. Yes.
So you're saying that a Greek woman, like, before you like she was like, she had Greek blood, like she was from Greece, and she ruled Egypt.
Yeah.
Like her family, because I know she had brothers and stuff like that.
Yeah. The city of Alexandria in Egypt, that's named after Alexander the Great. Yeah. Yeah, so it shouldn't be surprising. These guys worship the Egyptian. See, when our people go into that whole Hotep Kemet, you gotta remember, like, yo, y'all was worshiping white men. They worship Alexander the Great as a god. That's a fact. So when they go into that whole ancient Kemet and we the oldest, yeah, you're the oldest fools. Because you was worshiping the devil.
Right.
Look at your country now. Desolate. Right? It's a graveyard. Right? Read on.
In those days, when they're out of Israel, wicked men.
No, it said, so Antiochus Epiphanes reigned in the 137th year. So the thing about Antiochus Epiphanes, how many people heard that name before? Before this breakdown, in the Christian church, did you hear about Antiochus Epiphanes? Nah. You heard it in class, he's like, I can't even pronounce that. Doesn't matter to me. His name ain't Tyrone. It ain't Malik. That ain't one of my people. This guy, you should want to know. You definitely should want to know. What you got on Antiochus? You got anything?
Antiochus, yeah. Antiochus the fifth.
The fourth.
The fourth.
I'm sorry.
It says Epiphanes descended from the Seleucid dynasty, one of the four major Greek kingdoms formed after the death of Alexander the Great.
The thing about Antiochus Epiphanes, as we get into this understanding true Hanukkah, this guy was such a villain. He was prophesied early before he even came to existence. Our brother Dave spoke about this guy before he even reigned and ruled. And you get into how it starts to get scary, y'all. That the accuracy of the Bible and these prophecies and how history played out, it shows you this couldn't have been written by Shakespeare. It had only been men inspired by the Lord. Go to James 8:8. We have to go into this, and I know we did the James breakdown too, but in order to really show y'all the living word of the Bible, remember we talked about how many ways the Bible is written? Allegory, historically, prophetically, right? The prophecy is going to tell you about this Antiochus. Yes.
You said Antiochus was from the descendant of
the Seleucid dynasty. Antiochus Epiphanes the fourth. So Antiochus was it's like a title.
Yeah.
It's a title. Like so you have pharaohs. They got many different pharaohs. So you have many different Antiochus. Now everybody that ruled did not name themselves and take on that moniker, but a lot of them did. Okay, you see he's the fourth. His father was the third. Right? Read where you at. James chapter 8. Verse 8. You're going to read that in verse 10 as well. I know I'm moving fast, y'all. Y'all got to do your best to keep up. 8 and verse 8. Why are we going here? We're going here to show that the Bible prophesied about Antiochus Epiphanes' reign. Right? Before he even came to power. Daniel chapter 8 and verse 8. Go ahead.
Daniel chapter 8 and verse 8. Therefore, the he-goat waxed very great.
Right, and if y'all go back, we did a class over this. The he-goat was who? It was Alexander the Great. That's the allegory, right? The allegorical way that the Most High would speak to the prophets. Because if they didn't know that this was talking about Alexander, we're going to see what they did. They burnt the books, but they want to let it be reproduced. Right? Go ahead.
And when he was strong, the great horn was broken. And for it came up four notable ones.
It said the great horn was broken. The great horn was who? Alexander. Remember, horn signifies what? Power. Strength. So he was broken, but we just read it in Maccabees 1:1 that he was going to die, right? And he did what? He spread his wealth to his generals, right? Let's see how Daniel prophesied about that thousands of years before it happened. Oh, excuse me, hundreds of years before it happened. Go ahead.
And for it came up four notable ones.
It came up what?
Four notable ones.
How many generals did Alexander have?
Four.
And what did Daniel just say?
came up 4 notable ones.
Go ahead.
Toward the 4 winds of heaven.
Right, talk about the winds, meaning the destruction, the power that they were going to have. Right, ruling in that seat of the Greek Empire. Go ahead.
And out of one of them came forth a little horn.
A what?
A little horn.
Power. Okay, go ahead.
Which waxed exceeding great. Toward the south, and toward the east, and toward the pleasant land.
What's the pleasant land? That's Jerusalem. Our homeland. Go ahead.
And it waxed great, even to the host of heaven.
Even to the what?
The host of heaven.
Now, when the Bible talks about the host of heaven, who is it talking about? No, not talking about the Most High. No. He conquered many nations. He conquered many nations. Go ahead, watch. It's going to show you. Read.
And it cast down some of the host and of the stars.
Who's the stars? The Bible says the 12 tribes. We're the stars. Right? We read that in Revelation 12. Right? Go ahead.
And some of the stars to the ground.
Meaning what? He oppressed them. He brought us low. Right? So this Antiochus Epiphanes was already prophesied by the prophet Daniel, right? Who was in what? What captivity was Daniel in? Go ahead, say well, let's see somebody else. Shual.
Daniel was in Persian Medes, and then Babylonian.
There you go. Yes. The Babylon, the Persian Medes first, and then he called that Babylonian, right? Okay. Right? No, other way around. Babylonian did Persian Medes, because who took the Persian Medes out of Babylon? We just read it, Alexander the Great. And he was representing who? The Greeks. Right? Now Antiochus was coming from the same lineage, right? Go ahead.
And stepped upon them.
Right. So when you look at Antiochus, right? That was a title like Pharaoh was. Now Epiphanes. Does anybody know what Epiphanes means? Go ahead, Kidney. Not Epiphany, Epiphanes.
What is that? More than one Epiphany?
No, this is his name. Are you in the book right now?
Yeah.
What page? Yeah. Look at the name Antiochus Epiphanes. What does it mean? Go ahead.
God manifests.
God manifests. So Antiochus named himself this. Epiphanes means God manifests. He was prideful. Just like who? Just like who's sitting in office right now. Have the same spirit, same prideful spirit, who feels like they're God. All right? So Epiphanes is Epiphanes. It means God manifests. He believed that he was God. Right? Let's go back to Maccabees.
First Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 11. In those days.
Jump down to verse 19.
Verse 19.
When y'all get a chance, y'all gotta read through the whole thing. For the sake of time, so we don't have a 3-part class, we gotta get some of the key points out. Yes.
Verse 10, where it says that who had been hostage of Rome, what does that mean?
He was a hostage. He was a prisoner.
So although he was a ruler, he was still.
Well, this was before he got into power.
Okay.
Yeah, he was a hostage in Rome. And you're gonna historically, we know who took the Greek Empire out. The Romans. The Romans. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, they were even though they were Edomites, they still were at odds. Right. No different than we see America going against Russians. They're both Edomites. Right. So yeah. So he was a prisoner in Rome, but he wasn't a Roman. He was a Greek. All right. Let's go back. Romans 1 and 19. You're gonna read down to verse 25.
First Maccabees chapter 1.
First Maccabees 1 and 19. Go on.
Verse 19. Thus they got the strong cities in the land of Egypt, and he took the spoils thereof.
Talking about Antiochus Epiphanes, right? So he was what? Doing the same thing that his predecessor did. Conquering, taking over. Right? Read.
And after that, Antiochus had smitten Egypt. He returned again in the 143rd year.
Yeah, so the Greek they were always making the Egyptians tributaries. When the Most High said he broke them, when he let us go, he broke them. He broke them. Go ahead.
and went up against Israel and Jerusalem with a great multitude, and entered proudly into the sanctuary, and took away the golden altar.
Now we know, going back into Numbers, even from the time we was in the wilderness, when we had the tabernacle, there were certain areas that you wasn't able to go in as an Israelite.
Right.
If that wasn't your office and your duty, you was not permitted to be in there.
Right.
You would die.
Right.
But here it is, this heathen. This heathen is now pridefully walking in the sanctuary. Now we know all of this happened because of, go back to Deuteronomy 28, verse 14, right? All these curses shall come upon you. Verse 14, 15, or 15 down, right? This is because of our disobedience. Read.
And took away the golden altar, and the candlestick of light, and all the vessels thereof.
These were the things that the Most High declared and decreed we were supposed to make to worship Him.
Right.
They all had symbolism, but these are the things that He ordained in the tabernacle we was in the wilderness and in the temple that Solomon built. This was for the Levites to touch, not some heathen, right? But you didn't know that, you didn't care. How does this connect to Hanukkah? Because this is history. This is world history. You will go take a college course, you want to learn about it, they're going to bring you here. But the faces will be different. Right. The faces will be whitewashed, as we could read later. Go ahead.
And the table of the showbread, and the pouring vessels, and the vials, and the censers of gold, and the veil, and the crowns, and the golden ornaments that were before the temple, all which he pulled off.
Where you at, verse 23?
Verse 23. He took also the silver and the gold, and the precious vessels.
Where are these things? Did they ever find their hands back in the rightful owners? No. Read.
Also, he took the hidden treasures which he found, and when he had taken all away, he went into his own land, having made a great massacre.
He did what?
Having made a great massacre.
Who was the people that were getting massacred?
Israel.
It was our people. Right? Nothing different than, you see the spirit of these people. You talk about Tulsa, Oklahoma. You talk about Rosewood, Florida. You talk about all of these, Seneca Village. All of these massacres, that's in the spirit of our enemy.
Right.
Why do we celebrate Hanukkah? Why should we be more passionate about Hanukkah? Look at how it's starting out. This is the history. Our people were massacred.
Right. What's that one guy you was talking about the other day that said he got excited watching Christ get beat down?
Oh man, Quentin Tarantino. Y'all seen that? Yeah, while you talk about Pulp Fiction, your favorite movie, like he said, now we know it wasn't made in the image of. He said when he went to see Passion of the Christ, he got aroused, like he got turned on, watching Christ get beat. He said that he was so caught up in it that he imagined himself being one of the Romans beating Christ. Well, what nationality is Quentin Tarantino? No, he's not Jewish. Tarantino. He's Italian. He's Italian. Who were the Romans? Italians. You see that? Yeah, that's another class. That's that regeneration class. Stay tuned. Go ahead.
And spoken very proudly. Therefore, there was a great mourning in Israel, in every place where they were. That was verse 25.
Verse 25. So it was. So do you see anything about giving gifts so far? In the massacre, so your people got slaughtered. We're going to give PlayStations and Xboxes, and here's a little envelope with some money in. Another thing they do, they give out chocolate coins. They give out chocolate coins. What does that have to do about? Maybe there is a mockery of us, but it has no. I don't see anything there except for our money was taken from us, right? Go to Psalms 137 and 7. Yeah, go ahead.
So all of this happened on.
Hold on, say it again.
All of this happened on what we consider Christmas.
No, this is talking about Hanukkah. Now this is not Hanukkah yet. This is history that's going to build up to why we celebrate Hanukkah or Feast of Dedication. So this is all historic proof. Remember, we got to kill the lies. They're just saying, like, they'll tell you about the Maccabees revolt. They'll tell you about that. But they, like Kim said a little earlier, I don't know if you caught it, they tell you this lie about oil that burnt for 8 days. Some magic oil that burnt for 8 days. Nah, the Bible's going to tell us why it's an 8-day feast, and it's just as simple as, hey, this is going to be our feast. There wasn't no no mystification in it. This is history, right? Go ahead.
Psalms 137 and verse 8.
And the thing about history, the God that we serve does not forget about the oppression that happened to us historically and currently. This is one of my favorite verses, one of my favorite chapters. Read this.
Verse 7. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom.
Who are the Greeks?
The children of
Edom.
Who are the Romans?
Children of Edom.
Who are the British?
Children of
Who are
Edom.
the Spaniards?
Children of Edom.
Who are the Americans?
Children of Edom.
Read.
In the day of Jerusalem,
Uh-huh.
who said, raise it, raise it.
Now, when they saying raise it, they ain't talking about like raise the roof. This ain't no damn club party song. He's talking about bring it down, destroy, take everything. When we just read Antiochus went through everything. The sacred stuff has nothing to do with you. Go ahead.
Even to the foundation thereof.
Read.
O daughter of Babylon.
All right, O daughter of Babylon. And we know Revelations give us the symbolism of who this daughter is, this mystery Babylon. It's who? America. The beast. Read.
Who art to be destroyed. Happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us.
Right, so the way that they spoiled and they pillaged us, think about how we left Egypt. Didn't we spoil the Egyptians?
I know that.
Right? Yeah, and we took the best of the Egyptians.
God.
The scriptures say when we come out of here, we're going to come out wealthy.
God.
What's going to happen? The same kind of justice is going to happen to this place. Read.
Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones.
Oh, that sounds too brutal. Oh, did we not read massacre?
God.
Do y'all not know the desire for blood that the Edomite man has when it comes to our people? Y'all got to read these books, these history books. Right. We're going to get into it. But you got to read these books when they talked about they would make bets. When the conquistadors came, they would take the pregnant woman and take the baby out and say, who's going to die first? They making bets while our women, our children are dying, suffering, being slaughtered. The Most High is not going to forget about this history, y'all. Right. Go ahead.
They do it modern day too, vaccines and trials. They don't target their people, they target us. And the catch is monetary compensation.
Yeah.
So, we do anything for $1. So let's let them be our guinea pigs, but we're going to give them money. We know, the drug isn't what it's supposed to be, but,
You got these medical trials, y'all. Sign up.
Right.
I mean, think about it. A lot of our people even go to, I tell the brother, think about it. Do you really want to be going to blood plasma centers and donating your blood? What are they doing with that?
Right.
Now, we know our people got health issues and stuff like that. I'm not saying that. But if you're just doing it for money, that's how they can always, use you. They can do they were doing y'all got to get the book, Medical Apartheid. Where they were doing hysterectomies on our women without anesthesia. Why? Because they said the black women, they don't feel pain the same way. That's why you see it, like you see it come out now. A lot of the women are in these emergency rooms. They're in that labor, they're in contractions, and they're not even giving them any kind of care. Mm-hmm. The one lady got sent home, and she had the baby in the cab. What was it? Is it 8 miles away? That was last week, right? Like this, they don't care about us. But that has always been the spirit of these people, right? Dating back to this time when the Greeks were ruling. Where we at?
I have finished verse 25.
Right. Go back to 1 Maccabees 1 and 11.
Verse 11. In those days.
So even though, and this is how you're going to know this book is talking about us. As wicked as we heard about them doing what? Going into our saying, I know it don't hit the same. Because it's like we don't have nothing that's okay. Imagine somebody running to your block and just spray paint over your gang colors. Say an Edomite do it, not another black man, because you ain't gonna let that happen. A white man come in and spray paint, like how they doing now for y'all, for us. Gentrification. They push you out your mom and pop store. No more bodegas. No man. No more Maria with the nice sandwiches. They push us out. They put what? Whole Foods. In your face. You can't do nothing about it. This is what they did. Even worse, because this was what the Most High ordained. Mm-hmm. They went in there and took the sacred things. Right. They took the holy things. Our things, right? And even in that, you had our people that said, I want to sign up. Mm-hmm. I want to be a part of that. The same way our people are doing what? They are passionate about America. I watched a video. It was so-called Hispanic, like talking against the brothers, like, how do you know? Like, how do you know what? You don't clearly see America hates you?
That's crazy.
Like, your vote for, you're not walking around with a vote for Trump bubble that's going to allow the ICE to say, nah, don't touch him, he's one of us. The police, oh, nah, don't touch him, he down with this kingdom. No, they want you out, they want your southern kingdom brothers out too. Go ahead, Kendall.
Like they'll talk about, like right now, you're talking about how they agree with the Edomites, like with the gentrification, like you just brought up. So you got our people that'll sit there and agree with that. Like maybe some of the stuff that they gonna bring in to be better for our neighborhood.
Yeah.
Like they'll talk about that, like they want that kind of thing to happen.
Yeah. The only time it gets better is when Whitey's there.
Yeah.
But that's not a new mentality, not a new mindset. Even though they were oppressed. Now listen, remember, historically, listen what's happening. The northern kingdom is already out the scene. Now these curses that Moses prophesied, it should be evident because you wasn't confused then. You knew he was an Israelite. As this Hellenistic period was starting to roll, a lot of our people still knew. The majority of our people still knew that they were the chosen people.
Right.
And who you signing up with? It doesn't make sense. But does it make sense today? Look how passionate we'll get about America, the American system.
Yeah.
To support this place that has been a captivity and an oppression for our people. Read what you have.
They love Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, they love everything.
Chick-fil-A and Starbucks.
They love everything we love. Let's not say they, we, because we did too.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, we'll be supporting that.
Yeah.
Nobody like down in Chick-fil-A or Starbucks, none of that when they put it in the neighborhood. They knock your grandma's house down and put a Starbucks or a Chick-fil-A there.
Yep. Go ahead.
First Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 11. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men, who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us.
Imagine that. Well, it shouldn't be hard to imagine because what are the Christian pastors doing today? What are the so-called... Come on, y'all. I was about to mic drop. Who did they send to the United Nations the other day to represent black people? Did y'all watch that? Y'all not staying tuned. They sent your queen, you call her queen, Nicki Minaj.
You serious?
Nicki Minaj was she was the representative for the black community. I forgot the title they put on her. But Nicki Minaj was down at the United Nations representing us.
That's crazy.
And what is she doing? For all the Barbs, for all the Nicki fans, right? This place ain't that bad, y'all. It can't be that bad if Nicki likes it. Now, look at how, and I know Malcolm used to bring this out back in the days, how they were always using the entertainment to be the mouthpiece of our people. Because we do what? We have respected persons. We'll follow whatever. Y'all see Floyd? What Floyd Mayweather just did? He kissed the ring.
Yeah.
He kissed the ring. Bow down, kissed the ring in the so-called knee.
Yes, right.
These people are not leaders. The scriptures talk about blind leading the blind. We supposed to clearly see, like, no, we supposed to see back then. Why would you want to make a covenant with the people that just came in and ransacked our temple? We're under oppression. The Most High said we were supposed to be above.
Right.
Even these Greeks in here. What's going on? These ain't our friends. The Bible says never trust our enemy. Right. All of these scriptures are supposed to be coming out, man. But does it come out for us now? No, you like what Christmas is most? It's the most wonderful time. Man, I know it's fake, but all my memories though, man. Remember the sleepovers? Remember the pillow fights? Remember smelling that sweet potato pie? Remember that Voltron I got back in '88? Like, bro, what did it do for your people? Nothing. That's what they said. All you gotta do is give the black man crumbs. And I say black, that's the 12 tribes, and you will give up your allegiance to your people. Read on.
For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow.
Like, things is hard, man. You gotta get down with the American system, man. See, why you think our people, like, it's crazy. You got blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans that fought in every single war in America's existence. Every single one. American Revolutionary War, the Civil War, the French-American War, War 1812, you name it. World War I, World War II, Vietnam, Korean War. We was there dying, and when you come home, In your uniform. You dying at the VA hospital because of all that you had to give up for your country.
Yeah.
But a lot of us are, we know we're not doing it for the patriotism. We're doing it for the come up. Because things is hard. They know how to get us to serve them. Remember, it says spiritual Sodom and Egypt. Go ahead.
Like, I like what you're saying, because like you brought up Floyd Mayweather and what he's agreeing with, like you say, his dream, like the entertainers of today's time, they don't have like that political fortitude. Like say Muhammad Ali. Like Muhammad Ali didn't go for none of that.
Right.
Like when he was younger, when he was still boxing, he didn't kiss the ring.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, he lost his belt.
Yeah,
he lost his belt. He was banned.
He lost all of that for his beliefs.
For his beliefs.
He was out against that. But like today, modern day, like athletes besides Colin Kaepernick.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Right.
Colin Kaepernick.
Right.
Yeah, they bow down.
Yep. Yep. And this is what we were doing. The Bible said the things written before time were what? Written for our learning. The Bible said there's nothing new under the sun. Right? Read on.
So this device pleased them well.
Right, yeah. Oh, you know what? Yeah, damn, there's a lot of privileges being Greek. I can get me a new chariot. You know what I mean? I can go to Mars Hill. I can talk to the philosophers. Right? I can go into some of the what's the feast that they celebrate coming up? It was the Greek god of Bacchus. Bacchus. Buckets. Y'all know about buckets, right? And I see the class Zion did a buckets. While you going around talking about Merry Christmas, that was about orgies.
Mm-hmm.
That was about orgies and sexual deviancy. Y'all see that? And guess who was participating? It wasn't just Diddy. He's not the first one that was doing that. We was doing that from back then. Read on.
Then certain of the people were so froward herein that they went to the king.
They was forward mean what? So perverse. Right? Go ahead.
That they went to the king, who gave them license to do after the ordinances of the heathen.
Of the who?
The heathen.
Thou shalt have no other God before me. How many of our people we act more white than the Caucasians? You got a Christmas tree in the middle of the project. Why would you waste your money buying gifts in a place that you hate to live? You hate to live there. You should hate to live there because it's got slumlords that don't care about the rodent infestation. They don't care about the bug infestation. They don't care about making it a better quality. You got people that's having to heat their homes with the oven right now. Every year somebody dies because they don't got adequate heat in their apartment. But they got a Christmas tree though. They had Thanksgiving Day. They went to somebody's Thanksgiving Day though. We were never supposed to learn the ways of the heathen. Right. Read on.
Whereupon they built a place of exercise at Jerusalem.
So now we got so perverse, we now learn the ways of the heathens, right? And when they talk about a place of exercise, yes, those gymnasiums, y'all. The origin of the gymnasiums. Y'all know about bathhouses? How many of y'all, any sisters went to spas? Y'all went to those spa castles? You got a spa in New York called Spa Castle? Sounds terrifying. Just walking in, it's old, young, everybody's walking around free butt naked. Yeah. Brothers know you go to the gym. Yeah. What Esau can't do? He can't cover up. He don't want to cover up. Why? Because he's in his essence of that gymnasium. It wasn't about just getting fit. When they used to actually work out, it would work out naked. That's how they know he was circumcised or uncircumcised. Right? Read on.
According to the customs of the heathen, and made themselves uncircumcised.
And did what?
Made themselves uncircumcised.
They actually went through a process to add on. The covenant was for us to do what? To circumcise ourselves. That was a covenant that the Most High gave to us. That's something valuable. No, we want to do what the white man doing. No different than today. No different than today, y'all. It ain't good eating unless the steak is medium rare. And I might eat escargot. Anybody ever eat escargot? Huh? Nobody ever ate that? Yeah, anybody ever had the clams and the oysters you slurp and it look like snot? Huh? Well, what did you do that the white man told you to do it was good? Huh? You got a Balenciagas. You got a Versace. Huh? You ain't wearing the black designers, right? Go ahead, read on.
And forsook the holy covenant.
We talk about even worse. The covenant that the Most High made with Israel. We love to quote it. Psalm 147, 19 and 20. That didn't mean nothing to us back then. And it doesn't mean nothing to us right now. Because you get into that holiday season, you know Christmas is pagan, you know Santa Claus ain't real, but you still got to be around. You gotta, it's not about Santa, it's about the kids, man. It's about the kids. It's about family. Well, what about your God? What about the maker and creator of heaven and earth that gave you that family? Why not have them in truth? Why not teach them what the Most High requires? Go ahead.
And joined themselves to the heathen. And were sold to do mischief.
Go to what do you have? Verse 15?
That was the end of 15.
All right. Go to 2 Maccabees 4 and 12. Somebody else. Somebody else give me 2 Maccabees 4 and 12. So now you're putting away the fringes. Now you're throwing away the dietary law. Right? You're throwing away the sacrificial law, the feast days law. Now you want to do what? You want to do the things of the heathens. What else would you do? Read.
2 Maccabees chapter 4 and verse 12. For he built gladly a place of exercise.
So that individual that we read about in Maccabees 1 and 1, his name was Jason. And Jason was an evil Edomite. He's an evil Edomite. He actually was a priest. And guess what he did? His brother was high priest, and he had, just like a lot of us, envy, hatred. He wanted his brother's spot. And he slandered his brother's name to get his brother's position. And when he got his brother's position, what did he do? We read it. Now he motivated the people because he's got this seat. He's got this chief position. He motivated the people to do what? Take the COVID, take the jab, the Super Bowl ticket. We had to say that. They used to ban us if we said the COVID vaccine. Now everybody looking dumb. Everybody looking dumb. You got people dying that took the jab. They don't know why they died. Because you took part of that experiment. That's why. Why? So you could be able to do what? You can't fly a plane unless you got, show me your vaccination. Like, this is literally what the Bible said will happen, and our people don't. We're destroyed for lack of knowledge, right? Go ahead.
For he built gladly a place of exercise.
So what Jason did was, I want to now assimilate. I want to be a part of the system. Let me get y'all ever see Jake when they get into politics? Like, we got this this messed up way of thinking, like we're going to infiltrate the system and make the changes, man. Yeah, when you get in there, what happens? You are now a puppet. You sitting there with the daggone American flag on your lapel, on your collar. Read on.
Under the tower itself.
So he built a place, read it again for the tower?
For he built gladly a place of exercise under the tower itself, and brought the chief young men under his subjection.
Right, meaning that they had to follow what he was doing. And y'all know how that went. Y'all know what the Greeks are known for doing when it comes to dealing with little boys.
Boy lovers.
The boy lovers. Read. Y'all gotta go over the Caesars. We gotta go over that for y'all. They talked about what is it? Thaddeus. Oh, y'all think Epstein was the first one with the island? Y'all gotta listen. Y'all gotta read up and study on Caesar Thaddeus. What he was doing on his island, and Edomites are still going in today. All kind of child pornography, child abuse happening out there. And guess who was there? We're there. We want to be there. We want to mingle in with their system. Go ahead.
And made them wear a hat.
What did he make us do?
Wear a hat.
Where did that whole custom of wearing a stupid behind yarmulke come from? Where'd that come from? When you mingled in with the daggone name. Because where in the scriptures were we taught to wear a yarmulke? A hat. Why they talking about Happy Hanukkah, lighting the first day of Hanukkah, and you got the little damn stupid little hat on his head. The scripture said we're not supposed to cover the crown of our head, and he got the crown of his head covered. Right, Shmuel. Somebody's name took I'm from Levi. No, you not. No, you not. How you from Levi and we see you on Catch a Predator? Just seen a rabbi the other day. I'm watching. I'll be on that stuff on the internet. I like to see them people because. Who they trafficking? Who they trying to hurt? You a daggone rabbi teacher, and you are in the target trying to meet a 13-year-old, a 14-year-old boy. Not that it would have been any different if it was a girl. Would you trying to meet up with a 14-year-old boy? These are people supposed to be the salt of the earth. These are people that we supposed to say, yeah, they're doing Hanukkah the right way. No. The blasphemy of these people. So that little hat has no biblical, no significance, no reference to the Most High's custom. Y'all see that? Go ahead. Go back to who we at. So what should we get? What should we get so far? What should we get so far? Go ahead, Shabbat.
That the wickedness from these Greeks. That when you think about Hanukkah, think upon these things, or why we coming together to for the feast of dedication, of them destroying what was good to us.
Right. And this is history. What we should be getting is that this is an historical event that happened. Again, go home, go do your research, open up a encyclopedia, go online, look these names up. So we got something here. Read that right there in the green.
It says, Hanukkah commemorates events that took place around 167 to 164 BCE.
Right, before comment, I already changed it, right? We know that BC was before Christ, right? But go ahead.
During the time when the Seleucid Greek Empire controlled the land of Judah, King Antiochus IV Epiphanes tried to force Hellenistic Greek religion and culture onto the Jewish people.
But did he have to force it on everybody? No, we just read about Jason. We just read about the followers of Jason. He said, let's make the covenant with the heathen, right? Let's do the heathen things, right? I want to go to the new beach. I want to eat some crabs and shrimp and lobster, right? I want to skydive. You got Israelites doing all the stuff that the white men do now. It's insane. It's insane because you want to be just like Karen and Tom, right? Go back to 1 Maccabees 1:28.
1 Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 28. The land also was moved for the inhabitants thereof, and all the house of Jacob was covered with confusion.
Yeah, because you got some of our people that we wanted to stand in the law, because we're going to get into that. You got some of our people and that's how we look at our people. When you think about it, don't y'all look at our people when they talk about vote or die? Don't you look confused? Don't you look at them like, damn, what don't you see, brother? Your vote never mattered, never changed anything. You trying to be a part of the beast system never had a positive effect on us at all. We be looking like, damn, my people, like Lamentation 4:17. It says we look for a nation that cannot save us. Right. So you going to join up with the Greeks like that changed anything. No, that brought in the Romans, you big dummy. And then made things worse. 70 AD. Right? We know.
And after 2 years fully expired, the king sent his chief collector.
So the king was who? Antiochus Epiphanes the fourth, right? So now he's doing what? Check this out.
After 2 years fully expired, the king sent his chief collector to tribute.
His collector, you know what that means? Tax time. Yeah. But the scripture says we would be subject to tribute. Right. Now we gotta pay taxes in our own land. In our own land. Right. Like they got the records where the Most High gave their forefathers. You know you a Judite. You know you a Benjamite. You know you a Levite. It's no one scripture said that you was supposed to be subject to tribute. It did when it said you did not obey. Right. That'll make us up. That'll make us stop and think like, damn, we ready to separate from these people, right? Mentally, spiritually, physically, if we could, right? Now we don't hear. We definitely should separate mentally and spiritually. There shouldn't be no so-called black, Native American, and Latino celebrating and loving the days of America. Right? Go ahead.
Unto the cities of Judah, who came unto Jerusalem with a great multitude.
Right, he came with his army. He's trying to pay. Go ahead.
And spake peaceable words unto them.
Oh, but he did what?
Spake peaceable words unto them.
What does the scripture say? When they say peace and safety, then what? Sudden destruction. Right. But that's what they do. Oh, we gonna promise y'all a stimulus check. Right, so then what you do? You forget about all the things they did to you. Now you got ICE running around. Right? They turn up our food stamps. Right? Now they turn it back on. Now thank God. We got just in time for Thanksgiving. Like, and this is what? We continue to support the system of the beast. Read.
But was all deceit.
But it was what?
All deceit.
Because they are the evil deceiver. They are the devil.
Right.
They are full of lies. Read.
For when they had given him credence, he fell suddenly upon the city.
Right. When they started to respect them, what did they do?
Suddenly, he fell suddenly upon the city and smote it very sore.
They did what?
Smote it very sore.
That's just like in the 60s. We started trusting them again and letting them come in and join our movement, right? Our sisters joined their movement. What was that? Then what happened? Here goes heroin. Here goes crack. Right? Here goes their way of destroying everything that we was building. Why? Because we keep trusting them. Go ahead.
And destroyed much people of Israel.
Read.
And when he had taken the spoils of the city.
They don't stop taking. They don't stop taking. Read.
He set it on fire and pulled down the houses and walls thereof on every side. But the women and children took they captive and possessed the cattle. Then builded they the city of David with a great and strong wall.
Now they making alterations in your neighborhood. The neighborhood, when you was back in the days, you was going there, it was a terror dome. Now people walking in little teacup Yorkies. It's a safe place. Why you didn't come in and help it when we was there? Why you didn't see and make the change for us to better our community? Because it's not about helping Black, Hispanic, Native Americans. It's about oppressing us, y'all. Go ahead.
With mighty towers and made it a stronghold for them. For them.
Not for us, but for them.
Right.
Go ahead.
And they put therein a sinful nation.
Right. This nation that had nothing to do with the Most High's laws, statutes, and commandments. Read.
Wicked men.
What?
Wicked men.
Read.
And fortified themselves therein.
Come on.
They stored it also with armor and victuals. And when they had gathered together the spoils.
You know what they're saying? We get comfortable here. We get comfortable here. This is our neighborhood now. Right? Go ahead.
And when they had gathered together the spoils of Jerusalem, they laid them up there. And so they became a sore snare.
How did they become a sore snare? Because now you live around them. Remember, the Most High, when he sent us to the land, we were supposed to kill all the men, women, children, and beasts of the nation that inhabited that land. All the Canaanites, right? Why? Because he said they were going to be a snare. Because we was going to start learning, seeing what they're doing, and wanting to do what they did. That's the same thing happened with the Greeks. No different. Right. So now you got these Greeks in here. They're living around you. So now you're going to get caught up in, that Togu. It's like they're having fun over there. What they're doing over there? Let me get a part of that. That just like our people now. You got historical Black universities with Greek fraternities and sororities. Look, that don't sound confusing to y'all? Historical Black universities and Greek sororities. The Greeks are white. How is there a connection there? But we like, nah, Kappa, they had the best parties. Alpha, they got the best of the sisters. We get caught up in the mentality of these people who are carnal. Read on.
For it was a place to lie in wait against the sanctuary.
Yeah.
And an evil adversary to Israel.
Read down to 39.
Thus they shed innocent blood on every side of the sanctuary and defiled it, insomuch that the inhabitants of Jerusalem fled because of them.
You couldn't even go worship in the temple. You couldn't even go worship at the temple because they was just, you know why? They were patrolling the city just like the police patrol your neighborhood now. You can't even go to the store. They had this program in New York called Stop and Frisk. And they were like, yeah, bring back Stop and Frisk. You got Black people, Hispanic people say, bring back Stop and Frisk. They just have roadblock, road check. You get off the highway, I guess I'm gonna get pulled over today. You know why? Because you fit the description. You got a nice car, and you got dark skin, or you got Hispanic skin, you're gonna get pulled over. And you gotta go through that harassment. Now people get pulled, you walking in the neighborhood, you got Sears, employee of the month, I work for Sears, you got the whole uniform on here. Like, where you coming from? Where do you think I'm coming from? I'm coming from work. Like you got to dress up like a. Where you coming from? You got your uniform on. What are you doing? I'm coming. Yeah, I got a cosplay. Right. That was reality for our people. And then you got our people that bring it back. I like when they do that. It feels much safer. No, how about you use the Bible to govern yourself? Right. You want to have your adversary, your oppressor over you, governing you. You can't even walk your street safely. Read on.
Whereupon the city was made an habitation of strangers.
It was who?
Whereupon the city was made an habitation of strangers.
People that didn't belong there. Most time they put the Greeks in Judah, just like he didn't put what was it now in Gaza, the Palestinians. Well, you like, oh man, pray for Palestine. They don't belong there. They don't belong there. That's Judah's land, right? What's the north part? Gotham Heights. They don't belong there. That belongs to Israelites. But you like, nah, I'm from the Bronx, man. That ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm from Vegas. That ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm thinking about Christmas coming, man. Talk about that. You care about that? Read on.
And became strange to those that were born in her. And her own children left her.
What?
Own children left her.
That's why. Go ahead. Read on. Watch.
Her sanctuary was laid waste like a wilderness. Her feasts were turned into mourning. Her Sabbaths into reproach. Her honor into contempt.
Right. To where now you looking at that place, you don't see no value in going there. You rather go to the jungles of the Congo. You rather go to Zimbabwe. Because if you did go to Israel, like a lot of the brothers are going, that's not looking like what the Most High said, that land of milk and honey. It's all kind of abominations. The same way Vegas is, same way New York is, it's the same thing happening over in Tel Aviv. Same thing happening in Bethlehem. They got the nerve to keep the same names, your names, that your forefathers put on there. Jerusalem. What's happening in Jerusalem? You can buy whores, right? You got underground sex trafficking. Got all kind of abominations going on in your land. The place where the Most High put his name. And we put to think that they're doing Hanukkah right? Come on, y'all. Read. Oh, go to James 8:11. Go back to that. Because Daniel was already given his vision of his beast, Antiochus, right? And all that he was going to do. And how much of an impact he was going to have on us, right?
Daniel chapter 8 and verse 11. Yea, he magnified himself even to
Talking about Antiochus Epiphanes. Epiphany means what, class?
God manifest.
God manifest. Yes, he lifted himself up. He magnified himself. Just like America does. Read.
Even to the prince of the host.
Even to the prince of the host. Talking about to who? The Most High. Talking about to, because we read it earlier, that what was Antiochus doing? You couldn't even go to the temple. They were defiling the temple. But America does the same thing. You can't go. You go into these places where the books is our Bible. It's not respected. It's not honored. They don't teach the truth. That's what these people are doing. They're defiling it. Go ahead.
And by him, the daily sacrifice was taken away.
Right. All of the customs, the laws was taken away. It was made illegal, right? Go ahead.
And the place of his sanctuary was cast down.
Now that was, again, Daniel prophesied for hundreds of years about the things that this little horn, remember he said the little horn was going to spring out before? That he was going to do. And we got more details, historical details of what he did. Massacred your people. Defiled the place where the Most High put his name. Right? Go back. Go back to First Maccabees. First Maccabees 1. So for the sake of time, we're going to jump. Go to verse 41.
Verse 41. Moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people.
Oh, what does that sound like? A melting pot. Right? Like the brother said, you got the United States Army, which is comprised of who? Anybody who wants to sign up. You could be a Korean. You could be a Puerto Rican. You could be an Indian. I see the guy. He got a dick. Man, the guy had the tag with the end of the military bit stuff with the sheik thing. He had the thing. I'm like, yo, like wait a minute. Like, I think some of his cousins did 9/11, right? Well, that's what you told me. That's what you told us. And he's in your army. Like, they just have the Chinese spy in their army.
In the Navy, yeah.
In the Navy, right? Right here. Why? Because it's the melting pot. They think everybody, because they want you to leave. And a lot of people do. They come here, they fall in love with the American dream, right? They start talking bad about the illegals. You got your accent is thick as hell, and you talking bad about what, Hispanics? Your people? Our people? Come on, man. Read on.
And every one should leave his laws, so that all the heathen agree according to the commandment of the king.
Because once you leave your laws, then what you become? You become sheep. You become what? Like-minded. Right. Now I can program you to say, no, it's not about Hanukkah, it's about Christmas. And don't leave the Christ out of Christmas because you know Christ is white. I taught you that when you was a kid. Don't come in here with that dreadlock Jesus, or I know you say he's burnt like no, that's not what it is. Because the color doesn't matter. It's about Jesus. Jesus matters. And you just can't help but keep picturing Brad Pitt, and you like, yeah, you've been indoctrinated. You've been indoctrinated. That's what it's about. Read on.
Yea, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion.
Right, and we know that they use the puppet leaders to do that. Read on.
And sacrificed unto idols.
And now we start what? Angel numbers. Yeah. What's your sign? What's your horoscope? Yeah. Right? I'm spiritual. That's the same way we doing it now. The same thing we did back then. Nothing new under the sun. Right. Read on.
And profane the Sabbath.
Oh yeah, because it's overtime. It's time and a half. I know it says it's a holy convocation. I know I got the day off, but I'm about to get this money. I can't be like Hove if I ain't chasing the bag. I can't be like 50 if I ain't getting my paper. Right? I can't stunt on my people if I'm broke. Y'all just want to sit around and be in each other's face and be broke. The Most High know my heart. Go ahead.
For the king has sent letters by messengers unto Jerusalem and the cities of Judah, that they should follow the strange laws.
The strange laws, y'all. What I love the fact that the Most High opened my eyes to see the feast days, our high holy days, part of your customs. Every one of our high holy days has historical significance to God's relationship with us, and how He warned us about our enemies, and He came back to strengthen us against our oppressors. We don't gotta worry about no damn bunny. That don't even make. How you 45 celebrating Easter? Telling your kids to dye eggs, bonnets, Cadbury. You got the stupid lion with the ears on it, Cadbury, the Cadbury egg dye. Now lions lay eggs too, apparently. Like, are we not ashamed of this? Go to 2 Maccabees 6 and 6. It should be something within us that say, no, we gotta cut this off. Enough's enough of this. Enough's enough of following after the way of the heathens. Right. The dress code, the desires, the way we worship. Enough's enough. Where were you at?
2 Maccabees chapter 6, verse 6.
Go ahead.
Verse 6. But Jason slew his own citizens.
He did what?
Slew his own citizens.
Hey, COINTELPRO was back then too. Second Maccabees. Where you at?
The altar also was filled with profane things, which the law forbids.
2 Maccabees chapter 6 and verse 6.
Let Ariel get it. Bump this out. What were you at? You were 2 Maccabees 5? Oh, okay. Now read verse 2 Maccabees 6 and 6.
2 Maccabees chapter 6 and verse 6.
Neither was it lawful for a man to keep Sabbath days or ancient feasts.
Ancient fasts. What does it say? Fast or feast? Feast? Okay, go ahead.
Or to profess himself to be at all to be a Jew.
Why? Because you're now being anti-Semitic. You can't be the Jew, black man. No, because I'm the Jew. Remember the one you get your loan from? Remember the one that's actually in the land that you can't go to because you don't got a passport? You can't be the Jew. You're just, remember the slavery thing? Yeah, that's you guys. You're the slaves. So then you do what? You now make that a law within yourself. You know what? I don't see me in the Bible because my pastor ain't connected it to me. So let me go see what that Quran is. And I heard what Malcolm was saying. I heard what Elijah was saying. So maybe that's my people right there. And that hasn't did anything for us. Nothing. Eid. You celebrate Eid. What is it? Eid? N-E-T mean nothing to me. I don't speak Arabic. I speak Hebrew. Right? That's not my culture. It's not my customs. And it brought forth the same destruction that Christianity did, that Jewish fables did. Right? Read on.
Verse 7.
Because, I mean, think about it. Psalms 83. So about all these nations that had an impact on what? Cutting us off from being a nation. While the scripture said it was illegal back then to be a Jew, right now it's like, I don't want to connect myself to no Hanukkah. That ain't fun. What's fun with Hanukkah? Like, ain't no Hanukkah parties. Like, you think about the Christmas party they about to have, right? Little Bootsy going to be in town Christmas Eve. It's going to be lit. And what happens? It is going to get lit with the gunshots. Y'all know what happens. But we do the same thing next year. Insanity, because now it's a law to not be who the Most High ordained us to be, but to be who our enemy wants us to be. Go ahead. First Maccabees. Oh no, no, you don't have to read Psalm 83. Go back to First Maccabees 1:45. I'm trying to get these out, y'all.
First Maccabees chapter 1 verse 45.
I'm going to read down to 50.
And forbid burnt offerings and sacrifice and drink offerings in the temple.
All the things that the Most High ordained, they forbid it. Right? Go ahead.
And that they should profane the Sabbaths and festival days.
Right, because we got, when you go into Leviticus 23, we do have our high holy days, but then we also have our festival days. Because you won't find Hanukkah in the Leviticus 23, just like you won't find Purim, right? Just like you won't find Nicanor Day. Some brothers keep Nicanor Day, right? If you want to learn about Nicanor Day, get into the Maccabees. You should be celebrating Nicanor Day. Because it's not another day that the Most High reminded us about how he would strip in our hands at war, right? The new moons, the first feast day, the Sabbath, right? Go ahead.
And pollute the sanctuary and holy people. Set up altars and groves and chapels of idols.
These are the places that have strongholds on our people. When it says the groves and the altars, think about why there's so many churches in our neighborhood. Because they have, no matter how much foolery comes out of it, we still can't help but go in there. We still can't. Our people still can't leave that place. Go ahead.
And sacrifice swine's flesh.
They did what?
Sacrifice swine's flesh.
What about people can't leave alone? That's swine. Our palate. We don't think that matters. Right. The nations knew how to do. Remember Judith? The nations knew how to get in the advantage of us. They read our records before they changed it. Read on.
And unclean beasts, that they should also leave their children uncircumcised, and make their souls abominable with all manners of uncleanness and profanation.
Right, just like they're doing today. They will not let up attacking our children. Everybody knows about Disney and their wicked subliminal programming of the children. Right. The Nickelodeon thing, the Pizzagates. They're trying to what? They're trying to brainwash our children to be in love with America. Right. So they're gonna, when you bring, I don't want to hear about Hanukkah. I want to hear about Santa. I don't want to hear about Purim. I want to get gifts when everybody else is getting gifts. You want to be part of the beast system. That's what they put in our mind. Read.
To the end that they might forget the law and change all the ordinances. And whosoever would not do according to the commandment of the king, he said he should die.
And what do our people do? They're not fighting. They're not willing to risk their lives anymore. They're preserving. And what did Christ say? Right, and our people are losing their lives. A lot of people get robbed. Remember, I almost got robbed on Christmas. My mother, I almost walked into a stick-up. Because I was so caught up in the most wonderful time. I mean, all cheerful and happy. What the hell? Oh, yeah, your car. You need a boost? They need a boost. Boost in his pockets. You see all these bags I was dragging around. You about to rob me around the corner. Why? Because you just caught up in a maze. And it's fun time. Everybody know. And it's our people hurting our own people because we think just like the people that hate us. Right. It's easy for us to oppress and rob and belittle and attack each other because we act just like the people that started that from the beginning, way back when. Right. Go ahead.
That was 50, sir.
No, we don't. Jump to 52.
Verse 52. Then many of the people were gathered unto them, to wit, every one that forsook the law, and so they committed evils in the land.
Like we read earlier, our people was willing to be a part. Read on.
And drove the Israelites into secret places.
Now, the ones that wanted to keep their heritage, that didn't want to get a taste of Jeremiah 17, right? You don't know your heritage, the heritage that I gave you. They had to go and hide it. Right. Because it was illegal to be a Jew, to keep the laws. Right. Read.
Even wheresoever they could flee for succor.
It's kind of like today, like you gotta be careful what you say when you get canceled, right? You gotta be careful. You can't talk bad about the Rainbow Club, and I'm not saying talking bad from an emotional state. You can't tell them what the Bible says. Right. And they'll cancel you. They'll call you what? Homophobic. You talk bad about the so-called Jew. He's got it, y'all. He's from the Maccabees bloodline. Right? You got it. Don't worry. I know we talk about scary times. But I love this because it shows you how scary we wasn't. How courageous we were in the face of danger. Go ahead, keep reading.
Now the 15th day of the month of Caslu.
The month of when?
Caslu.
If y'all know about the month of Caslu, Caslu was around December time. Caslu was around December time. Same time we celebrate Hanukkah every year. Go ahead.
In the 145th year, they set up the abomination of desolation.
This was what? Putting in those idols. Putting in those Greek gods in the temple. Violating the first commandment. Violating the law. Read on.
Upon the altar. And building idol altars throughout the cities of Judah on every side.
It wasn't just one place, it was everywhere. It's just like, you're like, damn, it gotta be gay in every show. Every show I watch. You watching Star Wars, it's gays in outer space, gay aliens. It's like what? Like it's okay, let's take it back even before the game. Why does every show have to have sexual nature in it? Back in the day, they just would insinuate they're about to have some adult time. Now it's like a porno. Why? Because they want us to chase that. Right? Not the Most High, not discipline. Read on.
And burnt incense at the doors of their houses and in the streets. And when they had rent in pieces the books of the law.
They did what?
Rent in pieces the books of the law.
Go ahead.
Which they found. They burnt them with fire.
Right? They were not able to keep this truth. They were not able to hold back the flood that the earth has helped the woman with. Go ahead. What's up? Quick.
So when he said that he drove the Israelites into secret places, was that us having the written, like we had the laws and?
No. When it says drove us to secret places, we literally couldn't practice the Sabbaths, the customs openly, so we had to go do it in hiding. When we're going to read even more, you're going to see that. Like we literally had to go in caves. Right? This turned into the first guerrilla warfare. Right? Read on.
And wheresoever was found with any of the book of the testament, or if any consented to the law, the king's commandment was that they should put him to death.
Read.
Thus did they by their authority unto the Israelites every month.
They did this every month. Just like the Klan. They round up the posse. They go around the neighborhood, see who they can string up, see who they can lynch, see who they can break spiritually. But you can't look him in the face. Don't, that's a white man. Don't look him in the face. Because you don't want to get strung up. And you still get strung up. When they string you up, what they do? Castrate you. First thing they do, castrate you. But you want to go 4th of July. You want to go join the Alpha Beta Alphas. Read.
To as many as were found in the cities.
Right. But everybody did not consent. Everybody did not bow and kiss the ring. Right. We're getting into this history again. I know it's like, oh, kind of boring. People paid thousands of dollars per semester. How much does a college cost? A couple $100, right? Yeah, you pay hundreds of dollars. You get ancient civilization 1, then the second one, then the third one. This is the stuff that they're gonna try to teach you about. Your history. Right? Everybody did not bow the knee. Right. Go back, jump to verse 59.
Verse 59. Now the 25th day of the month, they did sacrifice upon the idol altar, which is upon the altar of the Most High. At which time, according to the commandment, they put to death certain women that had caused their children to be circumcised.
Remember the king's commandment? Remember Antiochus' commandment was that you couldn't keep the Sabbath, you couldn't keep the feast days, and you couldn't circumcise your children? Right? They had this little weird thing. It's like, and I was watching this too, the infatuation with the male genitalia that the so-called white man has. Right? It was Greek custom that any males that had long genitalia, they were looked at as like foolish. They were looked at like as dumb, like animals. You ever seen like the paintings, the sculptures that they have? Like you ever see how they depict themselves? Right? Like that's what anybody with that's built like them, they were men of wisdom. They were men of intellect. Anybody that was built like most of us, they were looked at as what? Weaker, lesser, foolish, animals. That's why even today, when they was doing it in the South, they would lynch you, they would castrate you because they had this kind of jealousy, this kind of envy for the God's chosen people, right? Read on.
And they hanged the infants about their necks and had rifled their houses.
So when we were singing in songs about happy shall you be that bashed the little ones against the thrones, and you're like, oh, that's too much. What did they do to your sisters?
They hanged the infants about their necks and had rifled their houses and slew them that had circumcised them.
You got the sisters being hanged. And what do you think they did with the babies? We know what they did. Alligator bait, right? Yeah. That was here. They was doing that wickedness back then too. Read on.
Howbeit many in Israel were fully resolved and conferred themselves not to eat any unclean thing.
But there was still some of us that had integrity, y'all. There was still some of us that did care and love the Most High. Read on.
Wherefore, they chose rather to die.
They did what?
Chose rather to die.
I mean, Christ says some of us will be put to death. Right. And look at the apostles. Some of the apostles, a lot of the apostles had to prove their love by what? Just like Christ. By death. To death. Right. Y'all got to read about the Maccabees' mother. They had to watch her 7 sons get tortured. And she didn't beg. Right. You were some powerful people back then, y'all. Even here on the plantations. Even here during the so-called emancipation. The Reconstruction period. We were strong back then. Now we got mental health issues. Why? Because we chose rather to assimilate and be like this weak, base natured creature. Instead of like the true princes of power that the Most High named us to be. Right. Read on.
That they might not be defiled with meats, and that they might not profane the holy covenant. So then they died.
They chose rather to die honorably for their beliefs, honorably for their God. Read.
And there was very great wrath upon Israel.
Right. So the righteous, the scripture said, the righteous will hold on to their way. And they that have clean hands will get what? Stronger and stronger. That's Job, what? 17 and? Right. Let's get another reader. Give us something about some rest. Pick it up at 1 Maccabees chapter 2. We almost done. There's a lot of reading now.
1 Maccabees chapter 2, verse 1.
Yeah, read down to verse 12.
In those days arose Mattathias.
Who heard of Mattathias before? In church. Yeah. You should know about the brother Mattathias. Go read Ecclesiastes 30 when you read about Mattathias. How he raised his children. The Bible says, train up a child the way he should go. This brother trained up his children. Right. Like we read in the Sabbath class about Abraham, he would command his house. This brother commanded his house. He was an example. He was a role model. Right. He's supposed to be somebody we talk about in history. It's a real man. Read. This is 1 Maccabees 2 and 1. And what they're going to tell you about is the Maccabean revolt. You can Google that. That's easy. The Maccabean revolt. They're going to talk about Mattathias and his sons. They ain't going to tell you that they look like you, though. Read.
God. The book of Maccabees, 1 Maccabees chapter 2 verse 1. In those days arose Mattathias, the son of John, the son of Simeon, a priest of the son of Joram.
That means he was a Levite. Go ahead.
From Jerusalem, and dwelt in Modin.
Judas,
who was called Maccabeus,
uh-huh,
Eleazar, called Avram, and Jonathan, whose surname was Aphos. Verse 6. And he saw that and when he saw the blasphemies that were committed in Judea and Jerusalem, he said, woe is me.
No, he said, no, I want to get down with them.
Woe is me.
Read.
Wherefore I was born to see this misery of my people.
He cared about the issues and conditions that his people were going through. Read.
And of the holy city.
Come on.
To dwell there. And when it was delivered into the hands of the enemy, and to the sanctuary, and to the hand of the strangers, her temple is become a man without glory.
Read.
Her glorious vessels are carried away into captivity. Her infants are slain in the streets. Her young men with the sword of the enemy. What nation have not had a part in her kingdom and gotten her spoils?
That goes right with that Psalms 83. Right? Go ahead.
All her ornaments are taken away. Of a free woman, she has become a bond slave.
Come on.
Verse 12. And behold, our sanctuary, even our beauty and our glory, is laid waste, and the Gentiles have profaned.
Again, I know this again. How we get hyped about the gentrification of our neighborhoods. Think about something that the Most High gave you. The beauty of that temple that Solomon had. To when the Queen of Sheba came, the whole world would look at Solomon's wealth and wisdom and look at how the majesty of that temple that he built and his palace. All of that now was desolate. All of that now was in the hands of these beast nations. Go to verse 14.
Verse 14. Then Mattathias and his sons ripped their clothes and put on sackcloth.
Right, rip means to like tear your clothes, like in anger. Like I see it sometimes in the movies, they like out of anger, out of frustration. Go ahead.
And mourn very sore. In the meanwhile, the king's officers, such as compelled the people to revolt, came into the city of Modin, and to make them sacrifice. And when many of Israel came unto them, Mattathias also and his sons came together. Then answered the king's officers and said unto Mattathias.
Check this out. Remember, it was illegal. Remember, he's a priest. And his office was to do what? The priestly things in the temple. But it was illegal for us to take part in those things. Let's see what happens. Read.
On this wise, thou art a ruler and an honorable and great man in this city.
Well, he's trying to butter him up now, right? Go ahead.
And strengthened with sons and brothers. Now therefore, come thou first and fulfill the king's commandment, like as all the heathen have done. Yea, and the men of Judah also, and such as remain in Jerusalem.
So what is he trying to get him to do? This Greek, this heathen is trying to get Mattathias. He's buttering him up. Yeah, look, everybody else is doing it. Everybody else is doing it. Your brothers did it. The Most High bless you. Come on, man. Let's take part in this. Go ahead, keep reading.
So shalt thou in thy house be innumerable, be in the number of the king's friends, and thou and thy children shall be honored.
He's like, oh, you got a place with the king. You're going to be with Antiochus. You're going to be on Epstein Island. Go ahead.
With silver and gold and many rewards. Then Mattathias answered and spake with a loud voice. Though all the nations that all are under the king's dominion obey him and fall away every one from their religion of their fathers and give consent to his commandments. Yet will I and my sons and my brethren walk in the covenant of our fathers.
He sounded like he was talking like Joshua. You remember Joshua?
As for me and my house, we shall serve the Lord.
He said, after me and my house, we will serve the Lord. They made a decision, and you couldn't be compromised. You couldn't be bought. Let him finish reading. Let him finish reading. Verse 21. Pick up. First Maccabees 2 and 21.
Come. First Maccabees chapter 2 and verse 21. The Most High forbid that we should forsake the law and the ordinances. We will not hearken to the king's words, to go from our religion, either on the right hand or the left.
I'm not no sellout. Go ahead.
Now when he had left speaking these words, there came one of the Jews in the sight of all to sacrifice on the altar which was at Modin.
Yeah, you know the opportunists, the ones, the selfish people. They only think about themselves. What? I could be cool with the king. I could get a spot. Move out the way. I got this. Let me get in there. I know you ain't gonna do. Y'all broke, right? We know.
According to the king's commandment, which thing when Mattathias saw, he was inflamed with zeal, and his reins trembled. Neither could he forbear to show his anger according to judgment. Wherefore he ran and slew him upon the altar.
We wasn't playing about this. We wasn't playing, y'all. Like the things that we got zeal about, the corner, the colors, the plot, your fake pride, right? That stuff don't matter. Right. When you're willing to hold the standard integrity of the Most High, men were ready to lay down their life. Mm-hmm. So when we talk about this, the little things about order, we're coming from this perspective. Right. We're coming from our culture that we are so far away from. That the only time we are willing to be in order is when a white man tells you to do it. That's the only time that you are willing to follow suit 100%. Or even if you do it with the murmur of your breath, what was this brother right here did it with the zeal for the Most High. Right. And what was that? It was inspiring. It was inspiring. That's why we keep this feast. It had nothing to do about magic oil. Nope. It had to do about our people's love for the Most High and how it has a direct effect on your brothers and sisters. You see your brothers and sisters getting slaughtered and massacred, are you just going to stand back and watch? Or are you going to do something? What are we supposed to do today? The same thing that Mattathias did. Right. We're supposed to be ready to go to war. Not physical, we know that. Because the weapons of our warfare are not carnal today. Right. Go to war with that anger, that pride, that I know it all. You got that from the white man. You got that from the white man. Because humility is the spirit of the Most High. Not pride. Right. Most High said pride go before destruction. That's why America's going to fall. One of the many reasons why this place is going to fall. And a lot of black people are going to fall. Not Israelites, because Israelites are shedding that. They're rising up like Mattathias. Mm-hmm. We talk about dedication. Did we just miss the part of how the nations defiled it? The Bible says your body is the temple. Right. We've been defiled with American way of thinking since our childhood. That's why it's so hard for you to respect the brotherhood. That's why it's so hard for you to fall in line in order. Because you think like people that don't have order. Right. You think like the people that hate you. That's why you argue with, not with us, with the Most High. Right. Because you're at odds with the Most High. Mm-hmm. Y'all see that? So this dedication, let's get the conscience, the spirit of what it is. It's not just about the building, it's about the re-cleansing of us. Right. That's what this is about. We don't.
Also, the king's commissioner, who compelled men to sacrifice, he killed at that time. And the altar he pulled down.
Anything that represented an image of an enemy of his people, his God, he was standing up against that. Right. That's how we gotta be. Go ahead.
Thus dealt he zealously for the law of the Most High.
No, for his own reputation.
For the law of the Most High.
For his neighborhood.
For the law of the Most High.
Go ahead.
Like as Phineas did unto Zambri.
Well, y'all remember that. Phineas wasn't playing. No. Then he chucked the javelin right through the tent. Mm-hmm. But he was dealing with the heathenistic woman. Right. Once upon a time, we had integrity. What's up?
If I'm not mistaken, they are related.
I mean, he's a Levite. His bloodline got to chase his lineage back. But keep going.
Then unto Zambri, the son of Salam, and Mattathias cried throughout the city with a loud voice, saying, Whosoever is zealous of the law and maintaineth the covenant, let him follow me. So he and his sons fled into the mountains and left all that they ever had in the city.
Oh, nah. They did what?
Left all that they ever had in the city.
Because it didn't mean nothing.
That's crazy.
If my people are being oppressed, if I can't live the way the Father intended us to live, I'm leaving all of this. But a lot of our people don't want to let go of the crumbs that America gave us. Right. Go ahead.
Then many that sought after justice and judgment went down into the wilderness to dwell there.
Look at the zeal of our people. They're willing to be uncomfortable for each other. Right. Not today. Do we have that same spirit today? We gotta get back to, we gotta get into the spirit of being dedicated.
Right.
Go ahead.
Both they and their children and their wives.
Even their wives, the women and the children were down too.
Right.
Can two walk together unless they be agreed?
Right.
We all gotta be speaking the same thing, y'all. Not just the men. Right. The women too. Not just the women. The children too. Mm-hmm. We have to all see that our enemy is who we need to separate from.
Right.
Go ahead.
And their cattle, because afflictions increase sore upon them.
Right. Where you at?
That was verse 30.
Right. Jump to verse 38.
Verse 38. So they rose up against them.
Now again, we missing the part where, go and read it. We went up there and looked in the caves. And what did Esau do? They hunt our steps, right? So while we fleeing and we separated, they're not gonna let you go. And then we end up getting jammed up because we didn't have no understanding of how to really keep the law. It's a Sabbath day. Now our enemies coming against us on the Sabbath day. Now you get so religious, you don't want to defend yourself on the Sabbath day. And what happened? We got massacred. We got mad. I think it was 1,000 of us got killed because they didn't want to fight. And this got reported to Mattathias. Remember, he the one that spurred up the people to separate. Right. But then they went and foolishly was like, we're not going to defend ourselves. Like, come on, y'all. Let's not get. See, that's that religious way of thinking, right? So let's see what this brother said.
Verse 38. So they rose up against them in battle on the 7th, and they slew them with their wives and children and their cattle, to the number of 1,000 people.
Jump to verse 49.
Verse 49. Now when the time drew near that Mattathias should die, he said unto his sons, now have pride and rebuke gotten strength, and the time of destruction and the wrath of indignation. Now therefore, my sons, be zealous for the Lord.
No, be zealous for your paycheck.
Be zealous for the Lord.
Be zealous for this oppressor.
Be zealous for the Lord.
Go ahead.
And give your lives for the covenant of your fathers.
Come on.
Call to remembrance what acts of our fathers did in their time. So shall you receive great honor and an everlasting name.
Right. This is why we celebrate Hanukkah. Mattathias should be at the top of your brain.
Right.
Mattathias and all his 5 sons should be at the top of our brain. Go home and reread it and over again. This is your heritage. They would never teach you this. Because these men actually laid down their life for a purpose. Now, I said, no greater love than a man laying down his life for what? For his brethren. That's what they were doing. They left their goods. They left their cozy positions. Because if we're not doing it together, then it don't matter. Right. Jump to 1 Maccabees 3 and 1.
1 Maccabees chapter 3 and verse 1. Then his son Judas, called Maccabeus, rose up in his stead, and all his brethren helped him.
His sons wanted to do something different.
And all his brethren helped him.
And that's why I said go into Ecclesiastes 30, because the scripture tells us about when you train up this son, you make an avenger, right? You make an avenger. Your enemy's gonna be mad when you train up your son, your children, when you teach your wives, so that they don't fall, that they can free themselves from the oppression and bondage of their enemy. Go ahead.
And so did all they that held with his father. And they all fought with cheerfulness the battle of Israel. So he gat his people great honor and put on a breastplate as a giant.
Jump to verse 19.
Verse 19. For the victory of battle standeth not in the multitude of an host, but strength cometh from heaven.
See, we all went back then. We kept that connection with the Father. There was still some of us that did not separate from our power. Yahweh is our power. Right. Go ahead.
They come against us in much pride and iniquity to destroy us, our wives and our children to spoil us. But we fight for our lives.
And we look for somebody else to help us.
We fight for our lives.
We don't hope for something to fix it.
We fight for our lives.
Yeah. And today you got to fight your pride. You got to fight your old, dusty N-word that's in you. Right. That old nigger, that stubborn niggerette, that just don't want to let go. Yeah, you don't eat pork no more, but you're still defiled. Your conscience is defiled. Everything is negative. Let that go. Because it has an effect on your people. It can help your sister, your brother, your children. Read.
And our laws. Wherefore, the Most High himself will overthrow them before our face. And as for you, be ye not afraid of them.
Right. Y'all see that?
God.
All right, let's go straight to it. So, it's a lot. It's a lot, y'all. Where you at?
No, I haven't finished 22, so it's 4, right?
Yeah. Go to 3 and 25.
God. Verse 25. Then began the fear of Judas and his brethren, and an exceeding great dread.
Yeah, they will, these historians or these so-called scholars, they put respect on Judas Maccabeus. They do. Because this guerrilla warfare was actually successful. These are battles, these are wars that they won. That the so-called historians, they have to acknowledge that they were able to defeat the great Greek army. And you know why it's such a blow? Because they love to teach you and promote the Greek life, the Greek culture, Greek art, Greek philosophy. So they have to make Maccabeus white too. Because the whooping that he put on them, they have to say only a white man can do that. No, this was us.
Right.
Levites. Our people. Go ahead.
To fall upon the nations round about them. Insomuch as his fame came into the king, and all nations talked of the battles of Judas.
Oh, so his reputation that made it back to Antiochus.
Right.
Right, go ahead.
Now when King Antiochus heard these things, he was full of indignation. Wherefore he sent and gathered together all the forces of his realm.
What verse you at?
Verse 27, last precept.
Go ahead.
Even a very strong army.
So now he like, oh, nah, hell no. They not decree that these guys wasn't going to celebrate and keep their feast days. And he's expecting everybody to get down and lay down like the rest of the nation. Right? But that's not the spirit of our people.
Right.
It used to be not the spirit of our people. Go to 1 Maccabees 4 and 30.
God. 1 Maccabees chapter 4 and verse 30. And when he saw that mighty army.
All right, so this is the end of it, y'all. But again, you have to do the Reader's Digest compact. If you haven't read it, do yourself a favor. Know your history. Know your history, man. Put some money in your history. These men were laying down their lives. You should have some respect for what they did, man. The scripture tells us in Ecclesiastes, was it 43? Let us now praise famous men for their crossover, for their jump shot, for their right hook, for their pimping skills, for their foot hard to soft or soft to hard, whatever that stupidness is. No, but these men right here, you should know them by name and everything that they did. So you can follow those footsteps. Scripture says, covet the best gifts.
Right.
Why don't you know these men's gifts? Go ahead.
1 Maccabees chapter 4 verse 30. And when he saw that mighty army, he prayed and said, Blessed art thou, O Savior of Israel, who didst quell the violence of the mighty man by the hand of thy servant David, and gavest the host of strangers into the hands of Jonathan, the son of Saul.
Recapping all the time the faithfulness of the Most High. Because Passover is a recap of the Most High loving Israel and not the Egyptians, right? Same thing with Purim. It's a recap of what? The Most High honoring Esther and Mordecai's prayers for Israel and not the Persians, the Medes. I'm sorry, the filthy Edomite, Amalekite that wanted to kill us. Haman. See, it's supposed to roll up your tongue like that. Real men, your people that lived and died for us. And the Most High made their names memorial. Go ahead.
And his armor bearer, shut up this army in the hand of thy people Israel, and let them be confounded in their power and horsemen. Make them to be of no courage.
Jump to verse 35.
Verse 35. Now when Messiah saw his army put to flight.
Yeah, because the Most High was with us. Most High was with Judas and his brothers.
Right.
Go ahead.
And the manliness of Judas's soldiers.
The what?
The manliness of Judas's soldiers.
No, he's emotional.
The manliness of Judas's soldiers.
I don't get this. Why I gotta follow y'all?
The manliness of Judas's soldiers.
Right, they were soldiers. In order.
Right.
Go ahead.
And how they were ready either to live or die valiantly.
That's that word. We gotta get that back in our what is it? Adjective. They gotta describe you as being valiant again.
Right.
Ephraim, Judah, Levi, Simeon, Asher. We gotta be valiant again. Not for the money, not for the booty, but for the Most High.
Right.
Go ahead.
He went to Antiochia and gathered together a company of strangers, and having made this army greater than it was, he purposed to come again into Judea.
Verse 26.
Then said Judas and his brethren, Behold, our enemies are discomfited.
Because he whooped them out. They had to go back, retreat. Y'all used to watch, what's the stupid show? Cobra. They had to retreat all the time. They had to go, they got to run away and regroup. That's what they was putting these. The scripture said one will put what? 1,000 flight.
Right.
And two will put what? 10,000. When you in the mind of the Most High, where there's unity, you can build with that. You could win with that. That's not a hard concept to understand. Read.
Let us go up to cleanse and dedicate the sanctuary.
Let us do what?
Cleanse and dedicate the sanctuary.
So this is it right here, y'all. All right, go ahead. Mark this in your Apocrypha. Highlight it. Go ahead.
Verse 37. Upon this, all the hosts assembled themselves together and went up into the Mount Zion. And when they saw the sanctuary desolate and the altar profane.
Right, remember they were sacrificing swan's flesh. Right. They built these idols in the temple. Go ahead.
And the gates burned up.
Read.
And shrubs growing in the courts as in a forest. Or in one of the mountains. Yea, and the priest's chambers pulled down. They rent their clothes and made great lamentation. And cast ashes upon their heads.
Read.
And fell down flat to the ground upon their faces. And blew an alarm with the trumpets, and cried toward heaven.
Read.
Then Judas appointed certain men to fight against those that were in the fortress.
Right, the war wasn't over yet.
Right.
Go ahead.
Until he had cleansed the sanctuary. So he chose priests of blameless conversation, such as had pleasure in the law.
They had what?
Pleasure in the law.
Read.
Who cleansed the sanctuary, and bear out the defiled stones into an unclean place.
Right, all of that blood that was spilled. Go ahead.
And when as they consulted what to do with the altar of burnt offerings, which was profane, they thought it was best to pull it down, lest it should be a reproach to them, because the heathen had defiled it.
Right, we can't use that no more. That's why America, as beautiful as America is, remember the scripture tells us in Numbers that the land is defiled with blood? Right. This place got to burn. We can't use this place no more. Imagine us trying to enjoy America with all the natives' blood that was shed here. Right. All of the slaves that were hung and raped and abused here. Right. Nah, we got, first of all, this ain't our land. But this place has got to be burnt. Y'all see that? Go ahead.
Wherefore they pulled it down and laid up the stones in the mountain of the temple into a convenient place until there should come a prophet to show what should be done with them. Then he took whole stones according to the law and built a new altar according to the former.
So they didn't do it their way. They went back to the way that the Most High had ordained. Right? Where you wasn't supposed to put a hammer. He was supposed to get these whole stones. So they recreated how the temple was built. Go ahead.
And made up the sanctuary and the things that were within the temple and hallowed the courts. They made also new holy vessels. And into the temple they brought the candlestick and the altar of burnt offerings and of incense and the table. And upon the altar they burned incense. And the lamps that were upon the candlestick they lighted, that they might give light in the temple.
What they might do what?
Give light in the temple.
Because a menorah is, right, it's symbolic to the wisdom. Right. But what does a candle do?
Give light.
It gives light.
Right.
That's what it is. So you're going to see us. We're going to decorate the sanctuary with lights. We're going to make it look good. And you know what's so dope about it? When you look at what they did, they were able to recognize the decayed state of the sanctuary. It was over. It wasn't taken care of. Right. So what did they do? Well, it ain't my job. It ain't my job. What did they do? The mics is going out? Huh? The mics are bad? Huh? We ain't got no napkins in the bathroom? No soap in the dispensers? Damn, the lights always been on? Let me make sure. They took, the scriptures tell us that what? In Jude 8:24, that the sanctuary, the hearts of the brothers depend on who?
Us.
On us.
Right.
That's the spirit. When you talk about that, the spirit of Chaanakah is caring about the state of our people. We all here together because we Israelites. So shit, we like, hey, you know what? It might be time for a new paint job. Or you know what, damn, I know the brothers when they go out street speaking, the mic gets blasted out. Let's get some new sound system. That's the mind that they were in. Right. That's the mind that we should be in. But a lot of us have been in the mind of an American. We look for handouts. What could you do for me? What could you do for me? Instead of what can we do for each other?
Right.
That's why it hasn't been nothing. No, because there's still that selfishness, there's still that white man way of thinking, that Edomite way of thinking. Because remember, he gave his whole birthright because he was hungry. Right? He didn't want to suffer. Imagine if all the money that we spend on takeout, money that we save on the money that if we could come together and save that money, we could do a lot of things, man. But we don't be thinking about that. We don't be dedicated about that in the moment. It be about your belly. Why? Because we learned from America, right? Wow. Am I capping or what? Or we gotta wait for the white man to tell us that. That's what this feast day is about. Us cleansing our minds from the filth and the decay and the destruction that the Gentiles came in. It wasn't supposed to be there from the beginning. We wasn't supposed to have no knowledge of selfishness from the beginning. Because this is your custom, your culture, to take care of one another. Remember y'all was saying? That you're supposed to esteem your brother above yourself? You always put him in the sanctuary. We always put him looking like what it needs. What more could we do? Ooh, I like San Antonio classes. Their camera looks crispy. Let's get a new camera. Get a crispy camera, right? But a lot of us don't have that mind. They'll be here in Hanukkah though, eating. Right? You'll be here for the fish and the leeks. Read on.
Verse 51. Furthermore, they set the loaves upon the table and spread out the veils and finished all the works which they had begun to make.
Right, they wasn't looking for. Y'all remember back in Nehemiah time? And the heathens try to pull up? What have you to do? You ain't got nothing to do with this. We're not looking for your assistance. We got it. This belongs to us. Right? Verse 52.
Now on the 25th day of the 9th month.
Right, the 25th day. Go ahead.
Which is called the month Caslu.
Right, remember our months went by the moons, the new moons. And it would have been around the end of the so-called end of the year, this month of December. Right. Whenever we usually have Hanukkah, it's always around in the month of December. They said it, where Yahweh Shah was at, Feast of Dedication, it was what? Winter. Yeah. What season are we in right now? Winter. Are we not doing it the same way our Lord did it? Go ahead. Now, I didn't read dreidels yet. I didn't read fried donuts. I didn't read magic oil yet. Go ahead.
In the 148th year, they rose up betimes in the morning and offered sacrifice according to the law upon the new altar of burnt offerings which they had made. Look at what time and what day the heathen had profaned it. Even in that was it dedicated with songs and citherns and harps and cymbals.
They're thinking about singing the righteous songs, the songs of us being cleansed, not how dropping like it's hot. Defiling us more and more. Go ahead.
Then all the people fell upon their faces, worshiping and praising the power of heaven, who had given them good success.
Who's giving them the success?
The power of heaven.
Right, that's Yahweh.
Right. Verse 56. And so they kept the dedication of the altar 8 days.
How many days?
8 days. And offered burnt offerings with gladness, and sacrificed the sacrifice of deliverance and praise.
Right, again, nothing about no oil, y'all. That's what they're going to tell you. Right. But then they don't even read the Apocrypha. They don't even read the Apocrypha. So how are you telling this story? Go ahead.
They decked also the forefront of the temple with crowns of gold and with shields.
And with what?
With shields.
Okay, now what were the shields that they put there? Like they had Captain America's daggone shield? No, remember they defiled your mind to think that 6-point star is a star, right? That's not a star. You look up when you go outside. You look up out there. You don't see that shape in the sky. They decorated with and you got pictures of that. You could go look at the temples in Capernaum. They had the lilies. Right. They had shields or so-called stars of David. Right. No, it's not Molech. These brothers don't read. They don't study. Read.
And the gates and the chambers they renewed and hanged doors upon them.
They decorated. Right. They decorated. They made it look good. Nobody had to tell them that. Right. Go ahead.
Thus were there very great gladness among the people, for that the reproach of the heathen was put away. Moreover, Judas and his brethren, with the whole congregation of Israel.
You know what? That's the same way we feel when we see brothers come in. Like you got the brothers like Jason and Kindles and idolatry. You come in and you start to dedicate yourself for the Most High. You start to remove that. Because we all know we all were defiled with the ways of the world. David said, I was shapen in iniquity. We all had the same temptations, the same filthy desires. Right. But when you start really showing your love for the Most High in Christ, you will give him up gladly. You will give him up gladly. And you become now this new creature, this beautiful creature. Remember the scripture said we were the gold? How did the gold lose its what did it say? How did the gold become earthen vessels? We lost our shine when we started acting like Edomites. Started acting like gangsters and thugs and pimps and players and athletes and all the things that America told us to be. Read on.
Verse 59. Moreover, Judas and his brethren, with the whole congregation of Israel, ordained that the days of dedication of the altar should be kept in their season from year to year by the space of 8 days, from the 25th day of the month Caslu, with mirth and gladness.
So that's why sometimes, because it's not that it's like the stupid Christmas where it's every December 25th. Our feasts go by the moon. Sometimes Chaanakah, feast of dedication, does fall on that day. But this year it starts December, 13th? Right, and it's 8 days. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 60. At that time also they builded up the Mount Zion with high walls and strong towers round about, lest the Gentiles should come and tread it down.
So we're not going to try to make that same mistake. Now that wall is supposed to be us strengthening our mind to not fall to the anger that the white man told you to fall to, not fall to the selfishness that the white man told you to fall to, not to fall to the doubt and the fear that the white man told you that was you. You're supposed to be strengthening your mind, rededicating your purpose, which is to be this temple, this vessel fit for the master's use. Y'all see that? Go ahead.
As they had done before, and they set there a garrison.
You know what a garrison is, right? That's an outpost with soldiers. That's what the watchman was like. When they see any that's a stranger right there. What you got to do over here? You don't belong here. Just like we're supposed to be that in the spirit. Be sober, be vigilant, because you got an adversary trying to come back into your brain. Go ahead.
And fortified Bethsura to preserve it, that the people might have a defense against Idumea.
Against who?
Idumea.
Who's Idumea?
Esau.
Who were the Greeks?
Esau.
Who's Antiochus?
Esau.
And who's the so-called Jew?
Esau.
So what does he got to do with your feast day? Because everything that we just learned today has nothing to do. Again, they don't really tell you much because they can't. Historically, you cannot validate this, because if you dig and you dig, you're going to find melanated people that love their God and their God loved them. Y'all see that? But that's it on class. I know we went over. I just didn't want to go extendo. Like what we did, Shawashana, we did Revelation chapter 2. one verse. We did one verse every day. That was crazy.
It just caught me. Who here saw Attack on Titan?
God.
Oh yeah, that's an anime thing, but that's where they get the Garrison Regiment from. They got that from us.
They get all everything from Judah. They get all of this. Y'all gotta go through the story. If y'all watch Game of Thrones, anybody watch Game of Thrones? Bro, y'all read the Maccabees. Read the Maccabees. You're gonna see all these. What was it? The blood, the red wedding, and all of that. All of that's in here in your records. What's up?
When you look at the little police stations or whatever.
The little towers?
Yeah,
that's a garrison.
The modern garrison.
Yeah, little watchtower, right. But that's it. Any questions? How was that? Yes, sir.
I feel like Edomites or some of the white people, they don't really hate us. They hate God.
Oh yeah.
And in order to get back at Him, because they jealous of us being so few, they defile us. You know what I'm saying? By trying to smite our manure. You know what I'm saying? Take our life from.
Take our wisdom. Yeah.
So,
they
put in like they indoctrinate us with their ways and stuff, so that we not looked at as clean or looked at as chosen.
Chosen. No, you're right. And how do they show their hate for God? By hating His people. Ezekiel 35:5 said they have a perpetual hatred against us, perpetual, ongoing. So that's why reading the story is like it's easy to relate to, because you see it today. You know what I mean? You see it the same way they try to, they'll be crafty and kind of just like any evil deceiving words. They're not going to blatantly always show their hate. They'll be tactful with it, right? And be forward for it. But that's class. Any questions? Huh? That's it? All right, well, let's move them along. Say shalom.
Shalom.
All right, it's 10:41, so let's get the brothers just to circle up.